Umpire Laurie Argent holds the ball aloft. The start of the second semi-final. North Adelaide and Port Adelaide. Up they go in the centre. Johnson the tap down. Andrew Jarman takes it away. Across to Hart quickly to Burton. He's found him at half forward. The lead by Tasker was great and the kick perfection. So North Adelaide into attack in the first couple of seconds of this most important encounter. The kick in long. Smart the leaper. He's up high. Off hands Tiller. The quick shot comes to Hart. Hart the goal. And he's put it through in the first 30 seconds of the game.
Yes, Daryl Hart would certainly enjoy that goal after having a few weeks break, and would need that just to boost his confidence a little bit. And it's just having a look at a couple of the moves that Port Adelaide have made. They've lined up Sean Tasker with Greg Boyd on Sean Tasker and Roger Delaney on Doug Smart. That's the first change that we've seen so far in the game.
Unbelievable conditions at Football Park for the non-knockout semi-final. 30,000 people, conditions ideal. Redden gets up high. Hart whips out. Jarman missed. Picked up quickly by his brother. Fires one to the half-forward line. Out they come again. Craig's got it this time. Smart is short. Tasker in the square. One-on-one. Off goes Tasker on a lead. They're going to swallow him. Over the top they come. And it's Phillips who takes the mark. That's against Smart. 15 metres. Brings the Giant to centre half back. Runs himself into a snooker, but finally gets out of it well with a ground covering left footer. Not well directed, however, and it's Grey Power with the ball at centre wing. Puts it up now to the half-forward line. Bennett cannot score from there. Off goes Smart again. He's going into the pocket. Hart is free. Well directed and well taken. And he's in Campbell's graveyard. 30 out, 60-degree angle. He's already booted one. Not an easy kick, as we all know. But he's fortunate there is little or no breeze. Once he extricates himself from the streamers, as he heads to the golf course end, the ball is coming back brilliantly. But what a start for Daryl Hart and North Adelaide. He's booted 2 in 2 minutes, and North Adelaide lead 2 goals to zilch on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Magnificent kick from Daryl Hart. Didn't look like missing, and North Adelaide's on-ball players in Daryl Hart, Mike Redden and Darren Jarman have all started brilliantly, and Port Adelaide's on-ball players will certainly have to man up very quickly if they continue to dominate in that fashion.
Well, Porter in a bit of strife in defence, it seems. Giving a couple of metres to opponents is not the way that finals footy should be played. Redden's up high, got the tap down. Darren Jarman, the long screw punt forward. Smart in the lead, and he's taken it, Doug Smart, about 45 out. Well, he came out quickly, and again, as you said, Super, it's getting the ball out of the centre. North Adelaide have done it on 3 occasions in the first 2.5 minutes. Doug Smart lining up almost directly in front of goals. What a start if the Roosters can boot 3 in the first 3 minutes. Pressure is on the young fellow. Stutters at the kick, puts it straight through. Doug Smart has his first.
Yes, and as you said, Brian, Russell Johnson has probably not been in tremendous form for Port Adelaide in recent weeks, and the last time that Mick Redden and Russell Johnson clashed, Mick Redden certainly dominated, and I don't think it'll be too early even to consider giving David Hines a run already.
3 goals in 3 minutes. North Adelaide bolt clear by 18 points. At the bounce, Johnson against Redden, who again gets the flip towards Stephen Williams. He goes for cover, wins the free kick for a push in the back. Port Adelaide into attack. Out wide, well put. Here's a chance, Hutton. He can go on, doesn't want to. Changes tack back towards the half-forward line. Out steams Hodges, gets the leap. Can't bring it down. Great defensive work there by Clisby. He'll use the run of Darren Jarman, and North Adelaide is clear. Hart, half-back line, lifts the eyes, puts it beautifully. Bennett at centre wing. Hart couldn't get it back in the double. He was tagged. Great smother there by Port Adelaide. Phillips. Stephen Williams it was. Hutton. Well done, Stephen Riley. And the umpire said that's holding the ball. I see he's on Marnie again this week. Should provide a bit of heat in the clash. He's not there with him at the moment as Stephen Williams drives in long. Once again looking for the lead of Hodges. Redden up, can't find the football. Jarman back in defence, Brown in as well. Out it comes to Redden, can't find it. Riley again, this is John time. To Hart again, and North Adelaide once more kick clear.
For the centre wing position, Bennett was the target. It came off his hands. Klomp read it well in front of the pack. Gets around, or North Adelaide are very slick with their handball. Andrew Jarman across toward Darren Jarman. Cool, Ginniver very heavily met Klomp behind the play. Klomp is down. The ball is at half forward, and Taska's got it, and he's got the free kick. And Kim Klomp's still on the ground and not looking at all well. Tim Ginniver came through with a heavy bump. The kick forward by Tasker. Johnson underneath it. Smart comes in to spoil. The captain for Port Adelaide gets it back to Delaney. Now the transfer of play to the far side of the ground in northeast. Plenty of space on half-back flank. The awkward kick, but straight, direct to Darren Smith. He's on half-back flank, well out of his ground. That wasn't a good kick. Sanders almost intercepted. Darren Jarman, should I say, is in there with Andrew Jarman. He's got the free kick, being held on without the ball. Puts it back towards centre half forward with his fourth kick. Johnson spoils from behind. Ginniver, the deliverer of that heavy bump, gets it across to Phillips, and still plenty of heavy body work behind play. To Stephen Williams towards centre half forward, and there is Arnold. Skirts the pack well, gets the handball back. Klomp appears to be very sore and coming off the ground and being replaced.
Yeah, Klomp's out on his feet, no question about that, Bucky. He's been replaced by Lehman as Arnold sends him into attack up towards full forward. Johnson almost, Tiller through, slips quickly. Bennett, Andrew Jarman, runs into double. Ducks the chutney, gets out of it well. Hooks back, going to be close. Getting back on it is Delaney, and I reckon that's over the line for a point. That's the way it's read. Gee, Andrew Jarman, do you think he ran into trouble but got out of it brilliantly? And North register their first point, takes them to 3-1.
Well, an opening 6.5 minutes in this first quarter. Andrew Obst is wide on half-back flank. Took it on the first bounce and put it towards centre wing. Stephen Riley in front of Brown. Brown tries hard from behind, but Stephen Riley far too strong. And North Adelaide are looking superb at the moment. Andrew Jarman toward half forward, looking on the lead there for Tasker. Andrew Obst got in there, decided to play on, and that was a bit silly. Giving away the free kick. North Adelaide the advantage. They go for the kick in over the back. Oh, Smart is pushing players everywhere. Russell Johnson was the recipient of the free. Peter Carey, you reckon that Doug Smart was pushed?
Yeah, Doug Smart a little bit unlucky. Roger Delaney actually pushed him into Russell Johnson.
It was 3-on-1. The odds weren't all Smart's way. Hutton. The Archie's clear at centre wing. That's where the ball will end. The Archie loves to run from that back pocket. Puts it on its way up to the half-forward line. Misses Hines. Getting back on its Arnold. You watch him go for the line. Cleverly done. A lot of experience goes into that fumble. And the ball goes out of play on the half-forward left flank. 7 minutes into the game. As I mentioned, a non-knockout semi-final. But both teams dearly would like a direct route into the grand final. If you get there, you know you're going to play off in it. Hart back in defence. He's under pressure from Marnie. Riley back in defence as well, but he was out of play, and the ball likewise. A throw in, half forward left flank, just inside the half forward line, and Port Adelaide in attack.
They haven't troubled the scorers as yet, the Magpies. 3 goals, 1 North Adelaide over the back, and Darren Smith, I think, has given away the free kick to Mick Redden. Redden being held on to without the ball, I think, was the decision. He's transferred the play into the centre of the ground. Bennett on a long lead out there. Andrew Obst goes a bit half-heartedly at that. Picked up and kicked forward for North Adelaide toward the centre, northeast. The mark, the kick was by Sanders. Northeast on defensive side of centre. Puts it toward half forward. Ginniver left alone. Had a couple of metres. The handball across to Tregenza's good. Tregenza's long kick into full forward. Hodges strong. It's going to lift his confidence enormously. If it wasn't high already after last week's second half when he booted 5, the Magpies. He's only about 15 or 20 metres out. 45-degree angle, Scott Hodges. This will be Port's first score in the game, and it's a major.
Scotty Hodges certainly a key to Port Adelaide's success. I felt when he really started grabbing the ball in the second half last week against Centrals, he looked a different player. Prior to that, he was going for a lot of his marks one-handed, and he is a confidence player, and that'll certainly give him a lot of confidence. A one grab mark and kick truly straight through the centre.
An unbelievable view, the back of Football Park. How lucky we are. Ideal day, ground conditions perfect, and two fine teams. At the bounce, Johnson took the ball well, gives a chance to Brown, jams it onto his boot. Geneva, taps it over, could have marked it, decided not to. Marnie, 30 metres out, shoots, and he misses. Oh, he should have got that one. But why Geneva didn't want to mark the ball, I'm not sure. Maybe the umpire called him to play on, but he should have marked and had a set shot from about 35, 40 metres out.
Maybe it's finals nerves, perhaps, but Port Adelaide shouldn't have that, although I thought last week there were traces of it in the first quarter. The kick out wide, over the back of Johnson's hands, picked up by Darren Smith, put back in, a couple of Port players in the van. Well, the bounce doesn't suit them at all. Tiller is back there, well out of his position. He's handballed straight towards Geneva. Geneva's gone to goal for the through.
A shocking error from David Tiller. Didn't really take his time in getting rid of that ball and hand straight to the Port Adelaide opponent. And David Tiller, in his record-breaking game, certainly won't forget that mistake.
Port Adelaide immediately back in the fight. Down 18 points at the 3-minute mark, down only 6 at the 10. At the bounce, all of a sudden Port Adelaide starting to get the ball out of the square. Johnson against Redden. He got up high, Redden, this time. Got the ball towards Craig. Well played there at the bottom of the pack. It appeared to be Hutton, but the umpire will ball it up. Centre field. Another bounce. Just marginally in the attacking division for North Adelaide. Port Adelaide starting to steady. A lot of players around the ball. Redden gets the tap away, not effectively. Here's a chance for Tiller, gets it out nicely. Sanders got it from Andrew Jarman in the end, out wide. Well read by Fiachi. He's got Simon Tregenza clear at centre wing. The bounce will determine. Big grab bounce for Tregenza. Well done. Burton got it back in the double play. Sanders puts it in long. Out steam, Smart holds ground. Can't quite find the ball. Johnson, well played. Gives it away to Abba, and Brown is well clear at centre wing. Port Adelaide can bounce their way into attack. Off goes Rowan Smith on a long lead. Needs to sit, finds it well. Gets around on the left leg. It's all North Adelaide back there. Brilliantly done by Clisby just to mark the ball centimetres out from goal.
Oh, what a passage of play. Clisby puts it back high towards centre half forward for Port Adelaide, centre half back for North Adelaide. The handball comes out to Rowan Smith, an exciting player. Gets it back, looking for Hines. Over the top of the ball now is Hines. Gets the handball out. Hodges is there. He's picked it up. The handball across to Marnie. Back to Geneva toward goal, but he's well offline with that one. Pressure pretty tight from the North defence. And out of bounds on the full. And Clisby will relieve the pressure from the back pocket. North Adelaide at 3-1-19. Port at 2-1-13.
Clisby. Got Redden wearing his shadow for the afternoon in Johnson. Oh, big mark there by Obst. Well played. Don't think he'll make it from there. Looking in field. Off goes Marnie into the pocket. No lead coming from Hodges. He's going to Marnie, and that's well put. But he's tucked the rover right in the right forward pocket. A most acute angle. Marnie's only about 35 to 40 out. The distance shouldn't be a problem. North Adelaide by 6 points. Umpire just making Marnie come around. He and his mate Stephen Riley are in for a big afternoon in front of 30,000 people. They provided the entertainment last time they played when North snuck in by 4 points. Nice looking kick, Marnie. Gee, that's going to be awfully close. I think that's hit the post. No, it hasn't. Oh, what a goal! Brilliantly done. And it's an even ball game. 3-1, both teams.
A magnificent goal from Wayne Marnie, a real team lifter from an impossible angle on the wrong side for a right footer, and put it through the centre. And Wayne Marnie is an inspirational player for Port Adelaide, probably playing not 100% fit, but he's so important around those forward lines.
3 goals in the first 3 minutes to North Adelaide, and the Magpies have replied with 3 in the last 4 minutes. Back in the centre, Redden is getting higher. Port Adelaide take it away through Obst toward the half-forward area. Hines leading out in front of Arnold, taps the ball, now gets it, picks it up, looking for someone to feed off to. Stephen Riley's handball is well smothered. Over the top of the ball, working hard and picking it up is Tregenza. The short kick to half forward. Darren Smith got in front, used his body well, Andrew Jarman tries to feed out the handball, again smothered by Tregenza. Port Adelaide the chance here, across toward Rowan Smith. Oh, the kick, he couldn't quite get it away. The good pressure was applied by Clisby, and away come North Adelaide. John Riley to Burton. Let they go. The handball came across to Sanders, eventually to Craig from Tiller, and Arnold ends up on centre wing with it. To go forward, the lead offered. Tasker's leading well, couldn't quite grab that one. Greg Boyd in hot pursuit, the ball out of bounds at half forward.
North in attack. They haven't been there for a while. Porter's been doing it. 19 points both teams. Russell Johnson starting to lift his performance. Bennett with him, gets the tap away. Well done to Andrew Jarman. Floats one in towards Smart, holding ground. One grab, can't fit it. Tasker runs into trouble. No hope of getting rid of the ball. And the umpire will ball it up about 30 metres out from the North Adelaide goal. Umpire Michael Abbott in screen. With him this afternoon, Laurie Argent. Oh, Johnson got up high, gives a chance. Phillips needs the handle, doesn't worry about it. Abbott joins in. Grubbers one only as far as Burton. Burton smothered off the boot. Well done there by Geneva. Gee, Port Adelaide is smothering well. That's the second big one we've seen in the opening 15 minutes. And the ball is out of play. Half forward, right flank with North in attack.
Yes, it's the way that a lot of people suggested this game might go. Port physical and vigorous, and North Adelaide all class. Still, it's pretty even at 3-1 apiece. Bennett is over the top of the ball, thumps it again toward the boundary line.
So if we watch these throw-ins from the sideline, Greg Phillips is attempting to come over the top of Russell Johnson. Andrew Jarman just cut him off brilliantly the last throw-in.
Let's have a look at this one. Again, Bennett's doing well. He's getting a free hand to it. Picked up by Hutton. The short kick fortunately found Rowan Smith. Oh, that's perfect. Across to Darren Smith. Tregenza the run. Hodges on the lead. Goes in that direction. Oh, he can't quite take it. From behind, Trenorden will relieve the pressure. Well, he almost took the ball and almost took Darren Smith with him. Gee, came through hard. Nevertheless, North Adelaide to half forward, and Tasker the mark in that position. Too far out, way too far out to score. Transfers to Darryl Hart at centre half forward. And he'll go back to put North Adelaide right into the teeth of goals. With his fifth kick, he's also had a couple of handballs. The lead on from Smart. Oh, that was good work by Piarchi to get in front. Otherwise, Smart would have snaffled that one. Delaney back to the centre, and Big Mick Redden the mark.
A lot of courage there. Redden will go out wide. Tiller didn't gain anything out of that. In fact, they lost ground. Tiller puts it up now, looking for Tasker. In front, however, was Craig. Thumped away. Tasker gives chase. Geneva. Oh, not Geneva, it's Tregenza. The tackle was high. He must get a free kick on the half-back line. The youngest man on the turf gets out a handball. Fiarchi tumbles one in towards centre wing. Oh, there was a push there, and the umpire read it that way. Brown not happy, and the ball goes back to North Adelaide to be taken back there by Stephen Riley. Riley will go to the lead of Tasker. That's beautifully put, and Tasker's got it at centre wing. Looking for Hart. No, he's coming back in field, looking for the lead of Bennett. He's swallowed. John Riley in there, can't. Tiller likewise. Well done, Abbott. Gets it out now. Brilliantly done to Hines. Hines goes long in towards the half-forward line. Hodges needs a runner. Hooks around the corner. Marnie wants a sit. Can't get it. And the ball tumbles out of play in the full forward right pocket.
Sean Tasker having a big influence for North Adelaide, virtually playing as a half-forward flanker. In actual fact, playing in the forward pocket. The trouble is with that, he's getting his kicks very wide and hasn't really got a lot to kick to when he does get the ball.
Throwing forward pocket for the Magpies, over the top. The ball fed out, comes to Geneva. Around the body he goes with the kick. Which way will it bounce? Pretty well straight at the end of the goal umpire. Or 1 point only to the Port Adelaide score. The Magpies hit the front at the 18.5-minute mark. 3-2 to North Adelaide 3-1.
Been a fine comeback by Port Adelaide. They could have been trampled on after North Adelaide jumped out of the blocks, but they've come back well. Oh, big leap off. Now, his best kick could almost make it from there. That's his third mark. And if he gets onto the ball, he can kick a long way. He's 55 out. It's not going to make it. It's a tumble punt. Going to drop short. Well done, Simmons. Gets it out now. The running player is Stephen Riley. He's got no one to kick to. Lehman goes off on a long lead now, and the ball will beat him out of play. On the half-forward left flank. Port in attack. In the anxious face of Michael Noonan. He would love a direct berth into the grand final.
Yes, it's the only way to go. Statistics have it. that way, that the winner of the second semi-final most inevitably wins that grand final. Darren Jarman takes it away toward half forward, puts the ball up high. Bennett underneath it. Greg Phillips back there. Across to Biaggi. Biaggi around the body. Now, Andrew Jarman really got him with his booty on. He had the idea always to get it across to Tiller. Tiller goes forward. Smart is in good position, and he's got it in front. Well, it is lucky, I suppose, in a sense. Delaney and Smart both moving back, and Tiller's kick was just at the last moment stifled by the Port tackle. It dropped short, but good anticipation by Doug Smart. And he lines up now from only 20 metres out. Kick one. This goal to put North Adelaide in front. Taking plenty of time. Never kicks through the ball. Pokes at it. He always pokes pretty straight. That's his second.
Smart not kicking confidently, but he's managed to squeeze two through, and some great work by Andrew Jarman on that occasion. Tried to soccer the ball and missed it, but his recovery was so good and so quick, he was still able to get the ball to David Tiller, and David Tiller positioned the ball well to Doug Smart for another goal to North Adelaide, and the goal they really needed after their magnificent start.
2 goals to Hart, 2 to Smart. North Adelaide by 5 points. 21 minutes into the second semi-final. At the bounce, Redden against Johnson. You'll hear that combination a fair bit this afternoon. They can't get that one out, and the umpire will have to repeat the performance.
Yes, Russell Johnson coming in from an angle against Mick Redden to try and nullify Mick Redden's great leap.
Certainly did that time. He got it out. Andrew Jarman gave it back to Sanders. Sanders in towards Bennett, backs into the pack. He did it well. Phillips comes out with a football. Abernethy. The run comes from Boyd. On the left leg, he goes towards Hutton at centre wing. Puts it out well. He's got it. Port Adelaide into attack. The handball to Stephen Williams on the left leg. Half forward line. Marnie charges. Intercepted brilliantly, Stephen Riley. He's had a good first quarter. Kick back to Andrew Jarman. Put him under pressure, but not for long. Darren Jarman it is, goes in long. Bennett over the top, Tiller. Tackle was a little high, the umpire read it that way. Might have ducked into it. Tiller's twice been slow to get rid of the football. This time he doesn't want to wait, he plays on up towards Smart. Smart, oh, he's got to get a free kick. Delaney all over the top of him. Smart is one of the most awkward players you've ever seen in your life. He seems to have 15 arms and legs, and unfortunately Delaney grabbed a couple of them.
Yes, I don't think he was going to pay what looked like the first free kick, but Roger Delaney went on with the tackle, and Laurie Argent had no option other than to pay that kick.
North Adelaide supporters' hearts would be in their mouths. He never looks as though he's going to kick a goal, but he's already got 2 in the opening 22 minutes, and he missed that one to the wrong side of the post. 1 point only, takes North on to 4-2. A clear goal of Port Adelaide, a clear goal clear of Port Adelaide.
We're 22 and a half minutes into this first quarter. A good quarter of football it's been. The huddle has been set up in the centre. Northern Port players everywhere. The Port players now starting to make their run to the side. Hutton makes it on the far side, goes in that area. Off hands it comes. Bennett picks it up. Across to Andrew Jarman. Oh, very slick, quick handball out. But the Port tackling is superb. Picked up by Tregenza. Across to Brown. Oh, Abernethy too slow in getting rid of the ball. Didn't see the tackle coming, but Brown backed him up well. Puts it to half forward. Rowan Smith attempts the one-hander with John Riley. John Riley over the top of the ball. A stalemate at centre half forward. It could have been dangerous for the Magpies as North Adelaide appeared to be going forward. And Coach John Cale down on the turf. Always likes to view the game from high up. Toward the boundary line. It's out of bounds in the forward pocket for the Magpies.
23 and a half minutes gone. Hardly any breeze, so you can't say one side is kicking with it. Certainly won't have any part in the game or any effect on the game. Simmons under pressure, gave it straight there to Jennifer, who had a flying shot, but that was well offline and just managed a point. Takes Port Adelaide on to 3-3 now. North is 4-2, and that's a difference of 5 points.
Yeah, it's certainly been played like a final. Plenty of smothering and plenty of pressure out there. Tregenza's got the pace. Arnold didn't have it. Tregenza got it back toward Hines. He's deep in the pocket, puts it up toward the goals. Oh, it would have been a magical goal, but not quite straight enough. And a further point to the Magpies, and they're one clear goal ahead.
flags hardly move. If anything, they appear to be favouring the northern end, but it certainly, as I said, won't have an effect. Trenordan's kick in is good, up towards Johnson, off the fingers Rowan, Smith and Riley. Kick clear now by Obst. Simmons and Obst in a match race. Brown the shepherd up, well played, but couldn't keep the ball in play. And finally it eluded the hands there of Obst as well, and it's out on the half-forward left flank.
This is game being played at a furious pace, and one wonders whether these warm conditions are really going to tell late in the game.
Smith at the back, beautifully done to Marnie. Marnie puts it up. Hodges against Trenorden, getting back on it as well was Arnold. In goes Geneva, lost the football. Well played there, Hines. Back to Rowan Smith, he loves these. Drives in long, but he's floated the ball the wrong way. Got the kick away okay. Normally I'd back him in on those, but this time he missed and reduces the margin to 3 points.
There was some great work by David Hines there. He collected that ball like a rover, and he's really a true athlete.
Andrew Jarman in the pocket, deep, goes wide toward that half-back flank. We'll find Lisby, he's over the top of the ball now, has to farm it out. This is dangerous for Port Adelaide as Tregenza's there to Brown, tackle applied, and the umpire's going to have to bounce that. Umpire's Michael Abbott, about to bounce, joined by Laurie Argent this afternoon for this second semi-final. 4-2-26 North Adelaide, Porter 3-5-23. The bounce down. Obst is in there over the top of the ball. Darryl Hart working his way out of the pack cleverly, around on the left boot, looking for Burton, couldn't quite take it. Offhand it comes, Darren Jarman across to Burton was slick. Oh, he's got pace normally, Burton. The tackle applied from behind by Stephen Williams was perfect. That's good heavy body work, and Tiller has got the free kick from it. Well, I thought it should have been perhaps a play on decision. Tiller is at half forward, 7th kick, puts it in. Oh, Smart's well behind, Delaney in front. Smart has to spoil away. Now goes after the ball like a rover. Oh, he's got to get rid of it quickly now. Across towards Darren Jarman. Oh, he's got to get rid of it quickly too. The tackling is superb. Tasker across to Tiller, to the goal front, and well across the face. And out of bounds. If it bounced on the line, well, it must have bounced pretty close to it, I think.
Greg Phillips might have been a bit unlucky there, not to get a push in the back. He certainly thought so. Throw in adjacent to behind post. Up goes Smart, can't bring it down. Hart can. Smothered. Here's a chance. Tasker can't get the ball out. Delaney once holding the ball, and he'll tell the umpire about it, no doubt. But the umpire will ball it up right in the teeth of goal. No doubt Port will try to concede the point. 27 minutes into the first quarter. The bodies go in. Johnson thumps it clear. Andrew Jarman's got a chance. Bursts through the pack. Can't get the kick away. Holding the ball. Port Adelaide supporters like, hello, she's on. Jarman and Fiacci don't like one another this afternoon. Phillips just comes in to adjudicate. And Andrew, if I were you, I'd keep running, mate. He's a big man. The free kick is going to Abernethy. Tumbles off the side of his boot. Johnson up, off the fingers, Hines, well done. Thought about the handball, gives it out. Darren Smith clear, wants a runner. Tregenza provides it, doesn't want him. Rowan Smith out wide, oh, the kick's a shocker. Riley got a bad bounce, needs support. Hutton through, Hutton drives in long, going in long, going in strong. Brilliantly done, Port Adelaide, they hit the front. Hutton boots his first. Port Adelaide 4-5 to 4-2 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Yeah, very lucky goal to Port Adelaide then. John Riley had Rowan Smith covered perfectly. Got a shocking bounce that landed straight in Rowan Smith's hand, and he was able to set up David Hutton, which ended up to be a pretty easy goal. Perhaps a fortunate for one for Port Adelaide, and a little bit against the tide, because I felt North Adelaide were really getting on top again.
The dying moments of this first quarter. 3 points the margin in favour of the Magpies. Redden is up high, took the player and the ball. Craig has been pretty quiet in this first quarter. He comes away from the centre, puts it toward half forward. Fiacci meets it well. Now goes after it again. Across to Marnie is good work. Finds David Brown on centre wing. That kick is well wide. That's out of bounds on the full. Hines was the target. And Arnold will take the free kick from half-back flank for North Adelaide.
North under a bit of pressure now with the pace of the Magpies. Two of them that time. Johnson the winner. Abernethy boots it high to the half-forward line. Obst out there with him is Simmons. Tregenza the crumbs, beautifully done. He's through. No, can't get out. Back now to Obbs. Obbs on the left leg, puts it out wide. Stephen Williams got Tregenza out wider still. 30 metres steady, puts it on its way, and he has goal! Brilliantly done, great play through the half-forward line. Port Adelaide kick clear again, 5-5 to 4-2 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Yes, great work by Port Adelaide, controlled the ball beautifully, and there was a great shepherd from Darren Smith there that put David Sanders to rest, who was Simon Tregenza's direct opponent, and that, I guess, is the reason that Simon Tregenza was loose on the half-forward line. Great work, and it's team things like that'll win the game for Port Adelaide.
Really was super. That was a real heavy bump, and Port Adelaide dealing out plenty of those. They're in front at this stage. Redden is up in the centre, got the tap down, and there goes the siren. At quarter time, the Magpies are 5-5-35. North Adelaide 4-2-26 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
By Port Adelaide in the second half of the first quarter. Sees them lead by 9 points as we commence the second. Johnson gets the thump away, going to go straight to John Riley. Hart on the left leg, high towards the half-forward line. Bennett holding ground, Phillips with him. Craig off the pack, or runs into trouble no matter which way he turned. He ran into Snookers, and he's lost the ball for holding it. I think it's going to Greg Phillips, and if I were going to choose someone to run into, I wouldn't run into Greg Phillips. He's at centre half back. Shoots the ball out wide towards centre wing. Smith up, can't bring it down. Tregenza well read. He's going to get run down, but tumbles the punt away. Up towards Hodges. Round Trenorden, done it brilliantly. Off. Port Adelaide forever. Up and into the open goal. Cannot miss. What? Where did he get away from? Bucci's second, and Port Adelaide have got 6 on the ball.
Yeah, classic work by Scotty Hodges. Took the ball well from an ordinary kick from Simon Tregenza, and had a look over his shoulder, saw David Hutton streaming into full forward by himself, and a very, very clever kick with his 6th kick just over his shoulder, and David Hutton on the chest running into an open goal. Magnificent play.
1 minute into the second quarter, the margin 15 points in favour of Port Adelaide. Back in the centre, Johnson's leaping higher. He got that one down, but Andrew Jarman got the kick away. Phillips did not shoot an issue at all at centre half back, went straight through, and the tackle was a bit high. Greg Phillips is open ball for the Magpies. They should expect a big game player. His 8th touch goes to half forward, off the hands. Piarchi well out of his ground, has the handball off, only as far as Andrew Jarman, to Riley, to Hart, and Hart goes forward. Again, Phillips spoils the ball away. It's centre half forward, picked up and backed by Stone. Andrew Jarman goes forward. Smart is on the lead, he's in the pocket area, couldn't get there first, then got the handball away, but ineffective that second handball to Greg Boyd, and across to Marnie, and the Magpies come out.
North Adelaide haven't got any players at the drop of the ball. Hart and Delaney having a bit of a how-to-do as Tregenza boots out on the full. The free kick going now to Stone, having his first run for the afternoon. Oh, what a smother, Tregenza. Brilliantly done. Oh, he can't find the handle. Buckets it out now to Marnie. And Geneva. Long towards Darren Smith. Needs a runner. Obst. Thought about the handball. Kicks in. Hodges behind Trenorden. Back there first, Trenorden closes, heavy body work, Brown is the call, and Darren Jarman will get North Adelaide out of trouble. Hines can't catch him. 8th kick goes beautifully to brother Andrew. Hart will get it next. Great handball through the centre line. Oh, on the lead is Tastis, a shocking kick. Well read by Craig off the fingers. Back now to Sanders. Sanders puts it out for Bennett. Delaney with him. Bennett! The umpire is going to play the mark. I think he's paid the mark rather than the free. Peter Carey, did you pick it up?
No, I didn't, Ian. I think Roger did push him, and probably technically was a free kick, but a little bit soft.
Delaney had some very choice words to umpire Laurie Argent, who's always good-humoured, can take them. Bennett's kick, long and straight. Brilliantly done, Peter Bennett. He hasn't had a big day today, but boots a very important goal for North
Yes, and much needed goal to North Adelaide. Port Adelaide are starting to get on top in the centre. Since Russell Johnson's changed his, started running into an angle at the centre bounce, he's upset Mick Redden, and Mick Redden clearly on top early in the first quarter, but now the ruck duels are being nullified.
The margin is 9 points, as it was at the beginning of this second quarter. Michael Abbott puts it down, Redden unopposed, straight to Johnson. Johnson's kick around the body toward half forward. Back there is Simmons, and uses his body well against Andrew Opp to take a fine defending mark. Peter Simmons, wide, puts it straight out in the direction of Hart and scored away well as Darryl Hart from behind. Boys, the tackle. That was great by Hart, and I thought Hart was going to go forward with it. The kick around the body towards Andrew Jarman, and now North Adelaide out of defence well. Toward half forward. Well, it's a good mark over the top. Duck Smart, well out of his ground. Bennett must have gone to full forward. We'll pick that up. I think he has. On Delaney. With his fourth kick, he goes deep into the pocket. Tasker again on the lead. Greg Boyd with him. Tasker puts the ball out. Boyd toward the safety of the boundary line. And again, it'll be a throw-in.
Yes, you're right, Bucky. I would think that Bennett was at full forward when he kicked that last goal, because most certainly it was Delaney who challenged him, and both Laurie Argent. Smart gets it down, but too far. Hart on the left leg around the corner. Oh, gee, that's a fortune. Till they happen to be in the road. Not the longest 10 metres you've ever seen. The umpire said he's got to play on now. He puts it up one-on-one in the square. Delaney and Bennett. Solid mark. Strength against strength. Body against body. And Bennett, although he was behind, was too strong. Something that he couldn't do with Greg Phillips. But he's got a chance to beat his second goal in a minute. Peter Bennett, point blank. Fourth kick for the afternoon. Bucci's second goal. And North Adelaide fight back, but still trail 6-2 to 6-5 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
So I believe if Roger Delaney does have a weakness, and he is one of the state's best fullbacks when in form, is when he gets caught in front of the full forward. We saw against Andrew Pascoe against Nord. Andrew Pascoe push him under the ball a number of times, and it's exactly what Peter Bennett did. He was in good position, held Roger Delaney, and had the strength to hold him, and plucked the mark over the top of Roger Delaney, and two very important goals from North.
Ball coming back to the centre. The margin just 3 points in favour of Port Adelaide. Umpire Laurie Argent with it. Johnson again coming in from the angle. Redden coming around as well. Johnson got his hand high, got it down towards off, so it breaks away from half forward, kicks the ball in that toward that pocket area. Darren Smith over the top. It Clisby is back there. Simmons the good handball across, and Trenorden comes away. Wide towards centre wing. Back there is Greg Phillips doing everything. Well, I was going to say doing everything wrong, except he got the free kick. The handball across to Ginnivan wasn't all that good. It's put him in plenty of strife. Puts it back to Greg Boyd. Still on the defensive side of centre wing, and the lucky kick around the body finds Tregenza. Breaks away. He's got pace. He's skillful. Goes toward half forward. Brown has been left alone. He's got about 10 or 15 metres. David Brown. He's gone in for a short pass into the far. Can't do that. That's almost impossible, Andrew Jarman. He's done it, and he's gone to half forward to Neil Craig.
Unbelievable. It was almost like a slingshot the way he brought it in. Craig puts it up now for Bennett. With him there, Bennett too strong again. Delaney right there with him. This time he was in front. And all of a sudden, the move of Mike Noonan is paying dividends. Mark number 5 to Peter Bennett. But this time he's about 40 metres out. Well, that catch of Andrew Jarman's, because that's what it was, has to be one of the classic catches for the year, and that's through 3 goals in 3 minutes off the boot of Peter Bennett, and North Adelaide hit the front. 7-2 plays 6-5 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Listen, the runners having a chat to Roger Delaney, obviously a concern for John Carlin. Must make comment of Andrew Jarman. That was one of the most sensational things I've seen on the footy field. He handled that football like a tennis ball, and you shouldn't be allowed to do that. And sensational play.
Back in the centre, and there's some heavy body work down in the centre half forward area for North Adelaide. And the ball may well be there in just a moment to get players back on, or minds back on the game. Mick Noonan a little happier perhaps after that. Their foray up forward. Back in the centre. Johnson again gets the tap away. Clisby takes it. The handball to anyone in particular. Not to anyone in particular. Picked up by Obst. He goes forward toward the half-forward area. Hines is in front, and that's a good mark under plenty of pressure. Plays on quickly. Goes short, looking for Brown. From behind, Marnie did well to keep Simmons out of it, and Brown has taken the mark. Too far out to score, I would think. Marnie has gone deep into the pocket area. No leads offered up forward for David Brown, so he's put the ball up to the teeth of the goal square. Up they go, off the hands it comes. North Adelaide players are plenty. John Riley across it to Norton, and away comes Simmons.
Yes, loose checking there. North Adelaide can take this one. Well out from goal, kicks long. Craig does. Up towards Phillips. Smart there. Abernethy. Well played. Lost the footy. Tapped out cleverly by Phillips towards the runner, Greg Boyd. The ball is out of play at centre wing. All of a sudden, North Adelaide right back in the fight. A seesawing battle. Throw in at centre wing. Johnson against Smart. Johnson went it alone in the end. Back towards John Riley. Under pressure, cleverly back towards the line. In turn, Burton. With the ball once more out of play, same spot.
10 minutes played in the second quarter. Outry throw-in. Again, Redden. The tap down. Over the top of the ball was Craig. Couldn't get it away. Obst also tackled strongly by John Riley. He did well to get the handball out to Burton. Burton the short pass down towards Smart. And Smart is really having an influence at centre half forward on Greg Phillips. Across to Craig. He's got space. Puts it long and deep. Bennett from behind. Delaney in front. Bennett spoils. Away they come. Fiacci, the handball, was dangerous. It's still in scoring territory for North Adelaide if they can get it through. Tasker applies the heavy body, but away comes Fiacci and kicks wide toward that half-back flank area. Still North Adelaide are in the van. Craig puts it back. Oh, by himself. Tiller must grab it, and he has. Well, I don't know whether Craig saw David Tiller out of the corner of his eye or not. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he did. And David Tiller playing in that unaccustomed role at half forward and also having a run on the ball today, it seems. But his 10th kick certainly is featured in a lot of the play. Powerful kick and straight to, he's put through his first.
And North Adelaide certainly getting back on top, and Port Adelaide back line has been caught wanting a few times when North Adelaide have got the ball in quickly, and on that occasion David Tiller standing at centre half forward allowed to mark virtually uncontested. Simon Tregenza looked like he could have got there to spoil, but he short his run before he got there, and should not be able to take an uncontested mark in that position before them.
9 points down to 9 points up in 7 minutes. Redden up against Johnson, who got the tap. The umpire says we'll have to ball it up again. Marginally in North Adelaide's attacking division. Brilliant kicking by North, 8-2. Redden has got another free kick is going to Redden, and the big fellow will get it from centre field. Off goes Tasker one direction, but Hart goes out the other. Fiacci closes. Hart against Fiacci. In fact, it's 3-on-1. Hart's going to have to work hard for this. He does. Oh, he's led. Brilliantly done. He beat 3 of them. Well done, Daryl Hart. Just wonder whether he's going to be running out of legs towards the end. He's played very little football in recent times. Kick number 10. Off goes 12. Off goes Bennett in one direction. Hart evades the player on the mark. Gee, goes for home with a long one. It's going to be awfully close. The Port Adelaide defence goes with a thump, and it goes off the fingers through for a point.
Great work by Daryl Hart. He's working very hard, and I agree with you, Ian. I doubt whether he's going to last this game, but he'll be a very handy player for North Adelaide in the forward pocket later in the game.
The margin is 10 points in favour of North Adelaide. 51 plays 41 with Delaney at full back. Decides on grandstand side. Obst making possession in the fingertip. Andrew Obst with his 10th kick puts it back towards centre half forward. Paul Northeast has made possession. Centre half back, should I say, for the Magpies. Across to Phillips. Wide. Across to Abernathy. Shepherded by Boyd. Abernathy through centre wing with his 5th kick toward the half forward area. No big flyers there for the Magpies. Geneva had to do it alone. Rowan Smith has done it well. Brown left it behind. Went looking for the goals. And again, a mistake made by Craig. Goes back to Brown. Brown long toward the goals. Hodges has got it. And a couple of mistakes there. Firstly by Port Adelaide, then by North Adelaide. Now Hodges has the shot at goal from only 2 metres out. Got Hodges, has 1 goal. Now has his second.
Well, David Brown, pretty fortunate then. Handball to him was spot on and took his eye off the ball before he actually had control of the ball, which is a cardinal sin in footy, and the opportunity to recover. Wayne Marnie picking up the crumbs, getting the ball back to David Brown, and David Brown putting the ball up into the goal square very quickly, and Scotty Hodges taking a very good note.
North by 14, correction, 4 points. John Cahill up in the stand. Want to get his charges to fire, has to make a few moves. Craig in, can't get rid of that one. The umpire will ball it up. 8-3 play, 7-5. Right on the centre circle. Crowd quiet at the moment, waiting for the explosion. Aber comes over the top. Clisby read it well. He against Smith. Goes for the safety of the line. He might get a trainer if he's lucky. Leaves the ball behind, or does he? Well, there's no way that he wasn't going to let that one go out of bounds. In fact, he materially helped it. And the umpire will throw it back on the half-forward left flank for Port Adelaide.
And the trainer started moving. I've never seen a trainer move as quickly. Boundary throw-in. Redden is from behind. Over the top came Hines. He grabbed it. Got the kick away of sorts into the forward pocket. Marnie looking for the handball off. Still has got possession. Puts it back toward the goal square. 1-on-1. Hodges and Trenorden. Ginniver came in. Over the back. The chance for Tregenza. He was going to attempt to soccer. The umpire's seen a free kick to North Adelaide. Kicking to the danger. They couldn't pick it up. But Trenorden has the free kick on the last line of defence.
Trenorden, he's got to kick over the line. Umpire Argent. It's amazing how many league footballers don't appreciate the rule. The player is given 5 minutes so as he can get 5 metres, so as he can actually get a kick away, and they must then kick over the mark, having had the 5 metres.
And known league football not to try and cheat though, Daisy.
Oh, Bucky, you're not saying that Port Adelaide players can cheat. The umpire has paid it to Craig. Craig has Clisby running, doesn't want that player. He's at centre-half back to send North Adelaide out of defence. He goes out wide to the lead out there of Arnold. Good pass. Arnold's got it. No pressure put on him, so he plays on short. Tasker, good mark. Tasker looks for a runner. Stone pass, doesn't want him. Bennett in the square. Off he goes on a long lead. Bennett against Delaney. Geez, giving him 5 metres. Bennett up, can't find it. Delaney down. Jarman used his body well, but not well enough. A chance for Delaney to clear, but the handball from Northeast wasn't spot on, and the ball tumbles out of play. Inside the half-forward line of North Adelaide, and they lead by 4 points.
I wonder whether Peter Bennett lost sight of the ball in the sun there. He's in ruck now, working hard over the top of a pack of players, but he got back quickly and he made what I thought was great position. That's a free kick. Marnie is the player, and the camera caught it beautifully. Marnie is on half-back flank. Bennett has a chance at goal. And that sort of play is not disciplined in a final. Well, I think that Peter Bennett appreciates the shot at goal from only 35 to 40 out. He's put it up. He's put it through the centre for his 4th goal.
Yes, Wayne Marnie really should be disciplined there. Just cannot afford to give away easy goals like that. Probably what was a bounce situation on the back line, so it's a turnover and a kick to North Adelaide, and Peter Bennett certainly made him pay for it.
I can tell you the runner's been out. I'd love to know what the message was. At the bounce, Johnson gets up high, but only got it back as far as Craig. Craig got rid of it like a hot brick. Sanders gave it to John Riley. High to the half-forward line. Phillips back on it. Solid as a rock and does it well. Phillips has got to get 15 metres as the ball was knocked out of his hand by Tasker. Phillips elects to play on. Gets it out wide. Rowan Smith 30 metres clear. He in turn will go long. David Brown also up there as Hines. With him is Arnold. Arnold too strong. Takes a fine mark. Burton Great handball. Through the centre line goes North Adelaide. Set it up again. Here's a chance. Darren Jarman short. Stone on the lead. And that's where the ball landed. Can't score from there. He'll go in short again. He has found Tasker. He's had to play on, but he gets round the defending player. Heads towards goal, but he's going across the face, I think, just off line of point. And that takes North Adelaide on to 9-4. Port Adelaide 7-5.
Really, Sean Tasker in that position would have been better advised to centre the ball to the end of the 10-yard square. It was a virtually impossible goal on the run, and the percentages were to kick to the top of the square.
Margins of 11 points in favour of North Adelaide. Delaney's kick out to Rowan Smith. Now towards centre wing. Port have worked it well with a couple of kicks to that position. Darren Smith tried to get it through Clisby. He's a bit more solid than that. Gets out of bounds on that centre wing. Grandstand side. Played 19.5 minutes of the second quarter. Redden in front. He uses his body. Darren Smith gets his hand to it for Port Adelaide. Though over the top, but Stephen Williams couldn't get it. Again, the pack forms. And the umpire will have to come in and out. It'll be umpire Michael Abbott.
Between wing and centre. North by 11 points. In goes Johnson. Gets the tap away, but it goes straight to Darren Jarman. He kicks one high, half forward line. Phillips settles over the top. Came Tasker. Through went Stone. Piarci. Greg Boyd. Here's a chance. Sanders towards the line. Againza with him. And the ball finishes out of play on the half forward left flank. 20 minutes into the second quarter. In front was Johnson. Smart actually got it. Geneva comes out with the ball. Wobbles one back towards Riley. Rowan Smith was swallowed. Darren Smith leads the runner. Gets a tumble punt away. Marnie off the tip. And the umpire said it is not on. And the ball is out of play once more. This time on the half-forward right flank.
Yes, Greg Boyd coming off for the second week in a row, and Paul Harrison going on.
Harrison with that back pocket to provide a bit of run for the Magpies. Over the top of the ball, Andrew Jarman tries to get the handball away. Stephen Riley is in there as well. To Arnold, in fact. Across to Sanders. Now to Darren Jarman. And North Adelaide forward. To the half-forward line. Craig using his body well. Snapping the ball beautifully on the first bounce. The handball back to Tasker. And Tasker will go short to Smart. But Smart is out of his ground, I would think, in terms of kicking distance. Bennett is the target up forward. He offers the lead out wide, and now he has to change direction and come back. Oh, it's gone over the back of the pack. No one read that ball at all well. Abernathy is there to take it across the line. And a favourable bounce. Well, it wouldn't have had to have been that favourable for North Adelaide to have scored another goal.
You're not wrong, Bucky. Throw in. Bennett against Johnson, who's gone deep in defence to try to get the ball out. Geneva tumbles one. Good bounce favours Brown. Brown needs a runner. Pull the handball away. Wasn't that good? The magic of Jarman is evident. Gives it to hard short Craig. Once again, Andrew Jarman sets it up with some brilliant ball handling skills. And a chance now for Neil Craig. 35 metres out right in front. Craig yet to boot one. 8 kicks, 5 handballs. And that is a goal. Brilliantly done, North Adelaide. Craig boots his first. 10-4 to 7-5 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
It's just having a look at the game today. I think you can really see from that passage of play that North Adelaide's use of the ball has been better than Port Adelaide's. And really, Port Adelaide have been able to stay in this game with some great tackling, some great chasing, blocking off the boot. And it's a side with tremendous skill pitted against a very disciplined side.
17 points the margin, 22.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hart trying to get it away from the centre. And they'll have to concede the ball. Again to umpire Laurie Argent to bounce. Grand finals belongs to Ports. Well, a lot of Port supporters would agree with it. Whether they agree with the spelling. The tap down. In there is Andrew Obbs trying to work it away. Can't, and again Laurie Argent will bounce.
Port would like another goal, maybe 2 before half-time. They're starting to drag. They're down 17 points. Their biggest deficit's been 18. Oh, well done, Stone gave it to Hart. Off goes Craig again. Fiarci with him. Well done, Fiarci, to get the ball down. He'll beat Craig for pace, but he's got to get it quickly. Goes in short. The lead of Hutton. Back there with him is Burton, but that ball's clearly out of play. A throw in at centre wing as we approach the 24-minute mark. Hines will go across to take the ruck. Against him will be Smart. Smart never got there. Well taken by Burton. Only got it back as far as Abernethy, then Ginniver. Short to Hutton. High. Up goes Stephen Williams. Andrew Jarman again. Gave it to Hart, who was never really in a position to get it. Finally, Michael Redden kicks long. Up towards the half-back line. Well taken by Aber. And he'll send Port Adelaide across goal and out of danger.
Transferring the play to Delaney. Toward grandstand side now. North East has made position there from behind. An attempted mark by Sanders. Tregenza over the back for the Magpies. Beautiful work. Can feed it off. A running player, Harrison. He's got about 10 or 15 metres. Oh, he's run a long way. Has gone up to the goal square area with the kick. A long kick. But he probably took a couple of metres more than he wanted. And he just made the distance at that.
I think he's probably looking for an option. He either had to kick a goal himself, but he couldn't really see a Port Adelaide clear, like Stephen Riley, who's well clear. At centre half back, he shoots long, beautifully put to Redden. Redden has got Burton out wide. He doesn't look in that direction. He comes back in field to Hart. He'll go short. Bennett underneath it. Oh, off the fingers. Stone has to get it out in a hurry. Well done there from Norton. Gave it across. Darren Jarman shoots. He never misses. Brilliantly done, North Adelaide again, as D. Jarman boots his first. And North Adelaide kick further clear. 11-4 to 7-6 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Yes, great play set up by Stephen Riley. Beautiful kick to Mick Redden, and Mick Redden had an option out wide, but most coaches will say if you can attack from the centre of the ground, it's better. And he took another option, took Daryl Hart back to the centre of the ground, set up the goal beautifully. 7 goals to 1 tells the story in this quarter. North Adelaide's quarter without doubt. Into the centre again, and players working over the top, but nothing comes of it. And the umpire will bounce. Two goals, in fact, to Port Adelaide. Hutton kicked one in the first minute of this quarter. Hines is over the top, went over the back of Mick Redden, and he got the free kick. Fairly obvious one. The big fellow in the centre puts the ball wide. The kick off the side of the boot. He was looking for Bennett. Bennett is out there now. Delaney is with him. Delaney gets the favour of the bounce. On his unnatural foot, puts it back toward the centre wing area. In front is Hutton, and a good solid mark is taken. David Hutton, defensive side of centre wing, puts it back into the centre. Ops has taken the mark. Caught near the left. Oh, the handball wasn't good. He was looking for Ryan Smith. He didn't get him. The tap out again by Ops. North Adelaide are very, very good in defence. And that player, Andrew Jarman, does it again. Across to Darren Jarman, to Stephen Riley, across to Hart. It's a throw. It's got to come back. Michael Abbott and Darren Jarman having a conversation about that one. Darren Jarman thought he got it out pretty well.
You don't often see Darren Jarman show a lot of emotion, and he is absolutely ropeable with umpire Mick Abbott that he should rule a throw. In fact, Daryl Hart's going back to chat Laurie Argent, who had absolutely nothing to do with it all, although he did ping North Adelaide 15 metres. Off goes Johnson on a lead, and he's beautifully found there off the boot of Stephen Williams. Obviously, Hines is having a run on the ball. Johnson in the forward pocket, I imagine. And at this stage, he's only about 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle. To say that Port need a goal is the understatement of the afternoon. His third kick only, and that is solid as a rock. That's the one, the big fella, and Port Adelaide needed. 8-6 they trail North 11-4 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
There's certainly a controversial goal. Darren Jarman being pinged for throwing, and if that was a throw, he probably should have been pinged 150 times this year, because he uses that handball so often. Perhaps the umpire was in perfect position there to pick the throw, but North Adelaide a little bit unlucky.
Margin is 16 points in favour of the Roosters. Hines in ruck with Redden. Down to Hart. Redden got the tap. Stolen by Ops to cross and kicked forward by Hutton toward the centre half forward area. Off the hands, beautifully done. Tregenza. Oh, across to Darren Smith. It's a walk-in goal. He can use Hodges. Across he goes. In fact, it's Johnson. And Johnson puts it through for his second goal. And the Magpies a little bit of a revival.
Port Adelaide, an amazing side. North Adelaide had really been setting up this game in this quarter, and all of a sudden Port Adelaide bounced back with 2 very quick goals, and Russell Johnson kicking both those goals for Port. It'll be great to see what David Hines can do against Mick Redden, because David Hines has got one of the best jumps in South Australia.
Port narrow the gap to 10 points. Close to half-time in the second semi-final. Redden up, gets the tap away. Can't find a rover, or can he? Trying to get through there. His stone does it well on the end. Tumbles one around the corner. Phillips in the way. Whips out a long handball to Abernethy. He in turn Brown. Brown at centre wing to send Port Adelaide into attack. Out steams Hodges. Good mark. Half forward left flank. Looks like he's been moved. He can't score from there. Puts it in high for Johnson. Johnson against Arnold. Darren Smith's there as well. The ball comes to ground. Andrew Jarman. Now Arnold, he's clear. Runs the ball out of defence to Darren Jarman. Maybe he won't throw it this time. No, he kicks. Kicks long, but Fiachi's read it well. And he takes the mark. Next to play on. Handball intercepted. Abernethy's got to work hard, but does. Puts down a long one. Murray! Can't get it. Beautifully done, Simmons. Murray was up and down before play started, and Simmons read it well to take the mark in the pocket.
Superb mark it was. Used his body very effectively. Across the heart with the handball. Short towards Sanders at centre half back. Looking for other options. Decides on centre wing towards Andrew Jarman. With him Tregenza. Kick just out on the full. Was not a good kick from that position. And Tregenza, the free kick, has come inboard towards Obst. Looking back for Tregenza again. Now decides to break away and kick the ball himself. That's not a good pass. It's not a good pass to Hodges. Hodges looked around. Johnson has taken it. He's put it across to Stephen Williams. Stephen Williams is in the goal square area. On the left boot toward goal, and he's missed. Well, I said the pass originally, I don't think it was meant for Russell Johnson, Super.
No, I think you're right, Bucky, and isn't it amazing what a couple of changes can do for a side? We saw Smart and Bennett switched from full forward to centre half forward for North, and suddenly they sparked to life, and now we've seen Scotty Hodges go to centre half forward, Darren Smith to full forward. Suddenly Port Adelaide have sparked to life.
A long quarter, 31 minutes. North by 9 points. Redden in the van and takes the mark. He's on the half-back line to send North Adelaide into attack. Kick number 6 to Michael Redden. Farmer from Orroroo puts the ball out towards centre wing. Smart behind, big leap over the top of Phillips, and that's a great grab. Grab number 6, siren sound. Half-time in the second semi-final. North Adelaide 11-4 to Port Adelaide 9-7.
Start of the third quarter of the second semi-final. The margin 9 points in favour of North Adelaide, and Port Adelaide had that same margin at quarter time. Over the top of the ball, Abernethy trying to get it out. Port have swung a couple of changes, and Peter Carey will tell us about those in just a moment. And we're still in the centre, trying to get it out. Andrew Jarman trying to break that pack. What have you seen so far, Sue?
Yes, Bruce Abernethy's gone to centre on Darren Jarman, exactly what happened the last time they played. Phil Harrison has gone up to a half-back flank. Greg Boyd's come back onto the ground in the back pocket. Stephen Williams, the half-forward flank. Johnson
got the better of that bounce. Back to Clisby it goes. Clisby towards centre half-forward for North Adelaide. Over the top came Tasker, and the infringed on Greg Boyd. He's back onto the ground, of course. And Boyd the free kick at half-back. Transfers the play toward Harrison. Harrison on grandstand side. Towards centre wing he goes. The low raking pass to Hutton. Almost took the mark. The umpire didn't pay it. Could be played on quite correctly. Kicks around his body into the centre, and Abernethy a diving mark. Just on the forward side of centre. Abernethy with his 8th kick. Called to play on. Kicks the ball in towards centre half forward. Port player seemed to be pushed out, but maybe he was staging a little bit. The umpire's seen a free kick, and Port holding the ball. Stephen Williams was the tackler, and I couldn't pick out the player who was tackled. John Riley, was it?
No, it's Paul Arnold. He did have a chance to get rid of it. Didn't give the first option. Stephen Williams, great tackle.
7th kick, always a tackler. Of repute is Stephen Williams. That's a good kick for goal, and the Magpies need it. That's Stephen Williams first.
Stephen Williams hasn't had a big day in terms of touches, but done some good work for Port Adelaide. Some great tackles and a couple of good smothers, and always works very hard, and Port Adelaide really did need to start this quarter well. They've made a number of changes. The change to of Abernathy to the centre has worked already, with Bruce Abernathy getting an important touch.
North by 3 points into the second half of the second semi-final. At the bounce is going to be Johnson against Redden, who got the tap away towards centre wing. Tagenza under pressure. Well done, Tiller, as he fires the ball to the half-forward line. Bianchi read it well, found trouble with the first grab, but gets it over to Hutton. Hutton clear on the half-back line in short, too far for Obst. Coming to meet the ball is Stephen Riley. Obst did it well. Tagenza is clear. He's got Darren Smith short. He won't come, so Tagenza will have a shot himself, and he puts it on its way. And it's just offline for a point. And another brilliant opportunity for Port Adelaide came unstuck.
Yeah, Simon Tagenza normally doesn't miss those opportunities. Plays his best footy between wing and half forward, but missed an important opportunity for Port.
The margin just 2 points. Abernathy from behind. Birdmark with his 9th kick goes to the lead, offered by Hodges. One hand at it. Stephen Williams has picked it off. Now he can go at goal around the body, snaps it to the goal square area. Andrew Jarman got his hand to it before it hit the base of the post.
Brian, Bruce Abernathy is an amazing footballer. He can play that defensive role and still play a vital role in picking up touches around the ground. He's showing that already.
Glisby kicks in, goes out wide towards Redden. Well done, Johnson, to thump the ball clear. Hart against Tagenza. Tagenza's pace gets him there first, but Hart's doggedness takes him to the ball, but it's out of play. I understand that Kim Geneva has been reported in the first half. I'm not certain for why, but just had the information coming through from a very reliable source, I might add. Tiller off the half-back line, drives long, half-forward line. Boyd getting back on it, can't. Tasker with him. Back to Phillips. He's going to run himself into trouble. Tasker's got a chance at centre wing. Looks for the pass. Off goes Bennett. Bennett's on a long lead and he'll get it. No, not quite. He's under pressure. The ball comes out the back way. They go in hard. Obst can't get it out. Darren Jarman over the top. And umpire Argent can come in and bounce.
Yeah, Doug Smart, that great tackle with Greg Phillips, I think, ran into Greg's arm, and that certainly would hurt.
Yeah, that'd hurt anyone, I should think. The quick kick away by Ops into the centre of the ground. John Riley did it well, used his body, now broke away towards Burton. Burton long. Smart is now up and he's okay. Went for the fly, couldn't take the mark. Now he's over the top. The ball being tackled around the head by George Fiacci, who's not happy about it. But Doug Smart has got the ball. George.
We haven't got any lip readers, Bucky.
A couple of adjectives there.
I think they'd turn off the sound. Well, you don't need the sound, turn off the picture.
Well, Doug Smart made an amazing recovery. On the far side of the ground, he was down, and that shoulder, it seemed. He's okay, and he's got the free kick. He's only about 30 metres out from goal. His 7th kick, and puts it out to the right, just comes back, and, but not quite enough. 1 point only the score to Doug Smart.
Yes, he's kicked 2-2. He always looks awkward kicking for goal. He looks worse when he's close in than when he's a long way out. Short to Harrison. Delaney could have got it back, but Harrison chooses to kick longer. Sets it up for Johnson. Smart back there with him. He did it well. Fiacci butters up again. Palms out the ball. The umpire's going to give him a free kick for a tackle. The Port crowd liked that one. Umpire Laurie Argent on the half-back line. Well, he didn't give him a mouthful for that decision. George Fiacci still choosing to boot with that left leg as he drives up towards centre wing. Hutton comes out with a football. Kick is not well directed, getting back on it is Simmons, and he takes the mark on the half-back line. In fact, he's just inside the half-back line as he edges the ball back towards centre wing. Arnold's the flyer off the fingers to Tiller, who left the ball behind, and on going back to get it, you can see the obvious. Obst bottled it up.
Yeah, Peter Simmons for North Adelaide in the back pockets played a great game on Wayne Marnie. Really hasn't allowed him to be the influence he has been in recent games up forward.
Just 2 points in it in favour of North Adelaide. Ginniver, the kick off the side of the boot, fortunately finds Hutton at half forward left. Puts the ball back with his 14th kick into centre half forward. No trouble for Trelawney to take that one unopposed. Breaks away. Sanders the run from half back. Darren Smith pursuing. Couldn't get to him before he kicked to the half forward area. Lovely mark taken by Darren Jarman in that area. had to make plenty of ground for it. He's a left half forward. Short pass into Daryl Hart. An amazing first half from that player. The handball on to Sanders again. Goes in. Craig in front. Oh, Biaggi was waiting for the ball. It dropped quickly, and Craig came from nowhere to take that one. Neil Craig. Kick number 9. Experienced player. In he comes. He's kicked 2 goals, and North Adelaide further ahead.
Yes, North Adelaide, we looked the better side over the majority of the game, but really just can't shake Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide's doggedness, their tackling and chasing has been good, and North Adelaide just seem to be just edging in front at the moment, and I really think that this is a vital time for North Adelaide. Third quarter, always important, and whoever gets on top in this quarter usually goes on to win the game.
The Magpies hanging in there. 8 points down at the bounce. Johnson against Redden. Redden comes out with it almost. Tiller having a fine day. Kicks long up towards the half-forward line. Well read there by Greg Boyd. He takes the ball, passes 15 metres. All his defensive work is probably professional, but Bennett has certainly given away a 15-metre penalty. That makes it 30, but he elects to play on and gives a chance to Ginniver, who, as I mentioned, seems to have been reported. Phillips, centre half back, looking for a lead, elects to play on. Obst at centre field. Ginniver's the runner. Can't get to him, drives in long. Hodges, Jordan goes for the thump. Back in defence, Stephen Riley. Stephen Williams with the footy. Great smatter there by Riley. Through they go again, going in hard against the tide. Ginniver. Well done, Arnold. Only got it as far as Johnson, who put it out towards centre wing. The umpire sent a free kick, but no, he said he can play on. Abernethy puts it in high up towards Hodges. Chance North Adelaide to clear. Stephen Riley runs on the trouble. The umpire said holding the ball. The second one that Stephen Williams has got this quarter. The first one he caught, I'm just trying to think, he caught Arnold holding the ball and booted a goal, and now he's got a chance from a similar spot about 30 metres out. Always been one of the great defensive players who's prepared to tackle hard, work hard. Ninth kick. Ball not coming back with the boot. It's got to be close. The umpire said yes it is. Boots in second, and Port Adelaide fight back for Charlie. 11-9 to 12-5 on Nine's wide world of sport.
Stephen Williams done very well since going to half forward in this quarter, and has had a big influence up there for Port. Rowan Smith back on the ground now for Port Adelaide, replacing another Port Adelaide player that we can't pick up at the moment. And Rowan Smith has been in the horrors, and Port Adelaide will be looking for a big second half from him.
The margin again, 2 points, still in favour of North Adelaide. Johnson got up high, got it down to Abernathy. He was doing well in the centre. The tumble punt covered a lot of distance toward the forward area. The umpire called to be played on. The crowd thought Marnie might have been pushed in the back. Rowan Smith has picked it up. The handball across to Darren Smith. Darren Smith through the goals, and the Magpies are in front.
Yeah, incredible side, Port Adelaide. They look out of a game, but just don't give up. And it's amazing. They just keep on working very hard at their game, and some great footy from Port. North Adelaide, in an attempt to get rid of the tag on Darren Jarman, have moved David Tiller to the centre now, and David Tiller will probably play a tagging role on Bruce Abernathy, and it's really becoming a battle of the tactics between the coaches at the moment.
I think David Hines is the other player off for Port Adelaide. I can't see him on the turf. Port Adelaide in front by 4 points at the bounce. Johnson against Redden. Line ball, that one. Andrew Jarman takes it out, puts it high in towards the half-forward line. Phillips can't. Darren Jarman, a great tackle again. Holding the ball. He did that normal side step. It was a little tango, but this time it was beautifully read by Northeast. One of the 3 teenagers on the ground. Harrison through the half-back line, a long kick. Darren Smith, Marnie there, thump clear. Andrew Jarman against Stephen Williams, proving dangerous. Hooks back in field, gives it beautifully to Abernethy. Abernethy well clear, looks to set it up, puts in a long kick. It's going in long. Hodges! Oh, he got underneath the ball. He should have taken that one. He read it well, set himself nicely, but couldn't take the grab, and it's gone out of play in the full forward left pocket. Port by 4 points.
You had to say the first half. Well, I thought the first half belonged to North Adelaide, even though they only led by 9 points. Really, they were the superior side, but you've got to give great credit to the Magpies. Almost a throw, but a series of handballs ends up with Clisby to John Riley, and North Adelaide have worked it out well to Andrew Jarman. Well shepherded as he goes forward toward the centre wing area, and good position by Darren Jarman to take that mark. He's on centre wing. North East is his opponent. 15th kick to Darren Jarman, puts it inboard to Sanders. Sanders still on the defensive side of centre wing, puts it up to the half-forward area. In front was Greg Phillips. Off his hands it came. Daryl Hart working hard as per normal over the top of the ball. To the line at the 12.5-minute mark. It'll be another throw in. 77 plays 81, the Magpies in front.
Daryl Hart, 16 kicks in the first half. Nothing this quarter except a handball. Maybe he's getting a little tired. Phillips sucks the ball as far as most people can kick it. Craig will cut it off at the pass, but the ball beats them all out of play. 12-9 to 12-5. You look for North Adelaide's best players. You can see them everywhere. Port Adelaide's look scarce, but therein lies the secret. Playing as a team and just clawing their way in. Big knock, Abernethy back towards Clisby. Does that one well to Sanders. Sanders kicks long. Not a good one. Hart under pressure. Smart it was, I beg your pardon. Now Arnold off. Took his eyes off the football. Port Adelaide with a chance. Gee, Harrison runs the gauntlet. Loses a football. Tasker in trouble. Down he goes. Burton was holding the ball. And Port Adelaide get out of that. Another brilliant tackle this time by Abernethy. Gee, if the tackle on Harrison had connected, his head would have finished on the golf course. Northeast quickly onto the left leg now of Harrison up towards the half-forward line. Stone back in defence. Great tackle. The umpire decides that he will ball it. Stephen Williams thought he was about to get another holding the ball decision, but the umpire said he couldn't get rid of it.
Bounce down again, and the tackling by the Magpies is superb in this quarter. Neil Craig is over the top of the ball. Has to get it out quickly. Todd Stone was looking for the handball from Stephen Riley, but he couldn't get out again. The Port Adelaide smothering over the top of the ball. They're doing everything right, and that's the reason they're 4 points up at this stage. Laurie Argent puts it down at half forward for the Magpies. Hodges is in there, thumps the ball forward. Marnie over the top of it. Umpire's going to call that a stalemate, and quite rightly too. It'll be another bounce down, this time another 10 metres closer to that Port goal. 14.5 minutes into the third quarter. Redden got up much higher, got it down to Craig. Oh, he's giving it across to Ops. Ops short. Marnie has taken the mark. And the heavy body too. He's down, Wayne Marnie, and had to go for it. Was committed at the ball. He's got the mark, and that shoulder does not look all that good. He's tough though. He's up. And he looks to be in an awful lot of pain. And the ball came in quickly. It's only a 10-metre kick, if that. Always makes a difference when you've got the ball tucked under your arm like that. You recover so much more quickly.
Certainly beats physiotherapy, doesn't it?
He's only 20 metres out. An important goal, haven't they all been today? Put it through for his second.
Yeah, Wayne Marnie hasn't done a lot today for Port Adelaide. He kicked one tremendous goal from the forward pocket, one he shouldn't have really been allowed to kick, but it was a magnificent kick, and then that inspirational goal, committing himself, taking the oncoming player and Trevor Clisby on, and he certainly doesn't lack courage. May not be 100% fit, but just him being out there is tremendous value for Port.
The moment of truth now for North Adelaide. Can they come back? They're 10 points down. They have before. Port got 15 in front during the second quarter. Redden gets up high. Craig a chance. Runs the gauntlet. Doesn't want Riley. John type. Hooks around the corner. Phillips in superb form up there. The umpire's going to give a free kick against Smart for legging as Boyd was about to clear. But Phillips clearly one of Port Adelaide's best players. Superb form. Drops it onto the chest of Obst. He's still the defence side of centre wing. He edges the ball to Boyd, who'll get it back in the double play. Oh, he's put his teammate under pressure there, gets it back in the triple. Opts the long kick. Out comes Hodges. Hodges in front, thumped clear by Trenorden. Brown under pressure, holding the ball. A little quick on that one. The crowd pleased the fact that at last North Adelaide got a holding the ball decision. They felt they're all going Port Adelaide's way. Sanders out wide. Well done, Tregenza. Called the play on. Darren Jarman. The umpire said it was touched off the boot, which was fair enough. The crowd don't understand that. Delaney through. Obst gets it out wide. Hammer's going to have to work hard. In comes Tasker. Did it well. Play on is the call. Half forward line, Hutton. Gee, there's some heavy bodies going out there. Tiller's going to get a lead. Brown there. Tiller too strong. And he takes the mark at centre half back.
Oh, this is great footy. There's no doubt about that. I thought the first half was good. This third quarter has been fantastic. Tiller's 14th kick puts it into the centre of the ground. Abernathy Tasker's come from the side, took the mark across quickly towards Starr. Quickly, he did according to the umpire. Geneva gets it back to Fiacci and Delaney. Out of defence, the Magpies come toward the half 40. Or Stephen Williams has space there. He's got 20 metres. He's gone for the short pass in toward Hodges on the lead, and he's got him. Hodges is deep in that forward pocket. Can't afford to let Stephen Williams, a player of his calibre, loose at half forward as he was, because every time he gets the ball, you know it's going down the throat of his teammate. This time it's Scott Hodges, 7th kick, puts it up. It's not through the goals by any means. It's still in the scoring area though. Tapped away, comes to Simmons, to Clisby, and to Stephen Riley. He'll put it out of danger toward Andrew Jarman.
Andrew Jarman at centre half back to edge North Adelaide out of defence. They've stopped running a little bit. He's spent 25th possession. Hart will get it to Simmons. Simmons run down again. This time by Tregenza. Got the kick away. Bennett out. Well played. Looking for a kick there was Port Adelaide. Not to be. Boyd. Here's a chance. Arnold. What's he doing on the forward line? Has he lost the football? Keeps the ball intact. Gets it out. Shot off the ground by Andrew Jarman. No, Darren Jarman. But the ball goes out of play. I'm just trying to pick up some moves.
Yes, and Mick Moonan's made a number of moves. He's moved David Tiller onto Stephen Williams, John Riley back into the back pocket on Rowan Smith. Paul Arnold's gone up into a forward pocket on Greg Boyd. So Mick Moonan's certainly not frightened to make some moves.
At the throw in, Hart through, left the football behind him, working hard for it, can't get it out. And the umpire will ball it up about 25 metres out from the North Adelaide goal. Just a little bit of byplay there. It forces Argent to take the ball away from North Adelaide and give a free kick to Port. I'm not certain why, but Obst comes up with it.
Handball to Abernathy by Obst. Into the centre of the ground. Darren Smith the lead. Clisby from behind at 2-8. Oh, that's a clever little quick handball across to Tregenza. He goes long and deep. Back there to Norden. Oh, Simmons went with him. I thought that one of the two North Adelaide players should have pulled the other out. And the guy at the back, I suppose that was Trenorden, should really have just waited for Simmons to take that mark. He came over the top. It should have been out of the defence of North Adelaide. Nevertheless, it'll be a bounce down. But it's well within scoring distance, only 15 metres out from the Magpie goal. Darren Smith tries to do something with it. The kick high toward the half-forward area, forward pocket. Brown. The value of the short kick was only 15 metres. David Brown got his body in position. It could have gone a goal. He got the short pass to Stephen Williams, and that's a mistake, because North Adelaide could get out of it. Oh, Williams has picked it up, though. The tackle on him was strong. Had to handball the ball away. Northeast is down there with Sanders, and eventually Trenorden gets boot to ball, but only a couple of metres. Northeast still working the ball in front of him. The crowd called for a free kick. The umpire called it played on Rowan Smith. Well, it's not pretty football that last couple of minutes. Rowan Smith has a chance at goal. It's pressure, it's hurried. Short kicks covering only metres. Nail-biting stuff. Kick number 6 for Rowan Smith, on and off the ground today. Oh, that's a perfect kick. He's put it through the centre for his first goal.
And Rowan Smith doesn't miss too many opportunities when he gets a set shot for goal. And North Adelaide looking in disarray at the moment. Port Adelaide have really lifted their game and looking tremendous, whereas North Adelaide really seem to have dropped their bundle. The Germans have fallen out of the game. Mick Redden's not having the influence he did earlier, and and Mick Noonan has been forced to make a number of moves, and another one of those moves was Sean Taster went to the wing and Craig Burton to the forward pocket.
Port Adelaide by 16 points, their biggest lead of the game. Line ball, Redden, Johnson, got it out to Geneva, onto the boot quickly, Clisby can't, Darren Smith, well done, gets it out to Dragenza and turns Stephen Williams, 45 out, gives it a ride of it, boom! Brilliantly done, Bootsy's third, all in this quarter, and Port Adelaide run riot, 15-9 to 12-5 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Yeah, Stephen Williams, a quiet first half, only 6 kicks, and John Cole made the move, Abernathy to the centre and Stephen Williams to half forward, and both moves have been a tremendous success. Stephen Williams, 3 goals in this quarter from the half forward flank, and Bruce Abernathy's been playing some tremendous footy this quarter in the centre.
Well, the Port crowd really appreciating it. The chant coming up. Magpies have kicked 6 in this quarter to North Adelaide's 1. Redden leaping high in the centre. Got it down to Hardy. Still working hard. Across he goes to Burton. Burton through half forward. Could have gone at goals. Spied Arnold in the forward pocket. The kick didn't quite make him. Now he's got there. Has tried to keep the ball in play. Hassling from behind was Greg Boyd for the Magpies. It'll be a throw-in the forward pocket. Ball 5-77 North Adelaide. Quarter 15-9, 99.
North Adelaide looking decidedly down on their uppers, if you know what I mean. Seem to drop the work rate a lot. Here's a chance now, hooked around the corner by Stone. Bennett in front, can't bring it down. Fiachi beautifully ran. Delaney, Boyd may get it next. No, he's going out longer to Dragenza. Had a good quarter. Off goes Northeast on a long lead. He only needs to sit. 2 speedsters. Burton, great tackle. Runs him down. Still finds the kick. Marnie inboard, shocking bounce, Darren Smith, Rowan Smith wants it, off goes Hodges on a lead, can't quite get there, intercepted by his own player, Rowan Smith again, intercepts, caught on the left leg, shoots, and he goes! What a magical goal, Port Adelaide! Rowan Smith boots his second, 16-9 plays 12-5 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Yes, Rowan Smith off earlier this quarter. Replaced David Hines to give a bit more speed around the forward lines, and he's had a tremendous impact for Port Adelaide as well. And with Rowan Smith on and David Hines off, Mickey Noonan's options limited with Kim Klomp off injured.
The margin is 28 points in favour of the Magpies. It's been close all day, but Port have really stormed away in this third quarter. They're kicked by John Riley to half forward. Over the top of the ball is Harrison, playing it well in front. Really has pace and he's got confidence as well at the moment. The kick is a little wide. Out of bounds on the full, and North Adelaide will relieve the grandstand side, half-back flank, Sean Tasker in that position. He's on half-back flank, in fact. Puts it down toward the centre wing. Smart position to mark. In front was Big Mick Redden, and he took it for North Adelaide. They need a lift, the Roosters. Peter Bennett, who kicked 4 goals in that second quarter, made the lead up forward. The kick by Big Mick Redden, out of bounds on the full, and that's an easy one for the Magpies to recover.
North Adelaide looking a little tattered. Delaney, a high kick back towards centre wing, Hutton up. Over the top they come, John Riley. Stephen Riley, half forward line, Orgy runs the gauntlet, puts himself in an angle, drives in long, looking for Bennett. Up there went Arnold. Port Adelaide to the rescue. Fiachi, Greg Boyd. Changes direction, goes right across goal. Dragenza leads. Ian Sanders. Sanders did it well. Comes back in board. Andrew Jarman clear, and he's got the ball about 45 out. Into time on of the third quarter of the semi-final. And North Adelaide urgently need a goal as Andrew gives it to brother Darren. He can possibly kick further. In fact, he certainly can, but I doubt he can make the distance. He's going to give a chance to Bennett. Beautifully put. Lace out on a Threeppenny bit, and Bennett's got a chance to boot it from about 30 out. Booted 4, all in the second quarter, and North Adelaide need him right now. Now down by the biggest margin of the match, 28 points. Closing in on three-quarter time, kick number 8. Of North Adelaide on number 35. Gee, it's an awkward-looking kick, but he's popped them through to put goal number 5. North Adelaide fight back for trail 13-5 to 16-9 on Nine's wide world of sport.
As Peter Bennett certainly given Roger Delaney some trouble since being shifted there in the second quarter. 5 goals against Roger Delaney is a very good effort, and North Adelaide really need perhaps to get the next one too to have a chance in this last quarter. They can't really give Port Adelaide a full goal lead going in the last quarter.
22 points the margin in favour of the Magpies. Redden got up higher. He's got the ball and kicked it toward the half-forward area with that left boot. Smart is there. Delaney got there first, socked it off the ground. Abernathy was hit heavily as he disposed of the ball. Fine work by Tregenza. He's got the handball back to Smart though, and North Adelaide could be in the van. Burton through half-forward, goes toward the goal front with a long kick that's covered 55 metres, but it's just offline. And 1 point only the result. And the goal there, the North Adelaide would have made it interesting.
Would it ever? I still think it's going to be a fairly torrid and interesting last quarter. The game's not over yet. Fiachi beautifully turns out of trouble. Daryl Hart's gone. I reckon he's just plumb tuckered out. Rowan Smith with Riley around the corner. Well done, he keeps it in play. And Daryl Hart can hardly raise a gallop, which is understandable. Had a brilliant first half with 16 kicks. And of course Kim Klomp, who looked to be concussed when he was taken off the ground in the first quarter after a very heavy tackle from Geneva, hasn't returned. I don't know whether he's in the bunker or not. As they throw the ball in red, Darren Smith, well done down the ground, and he kicks out, but it was smothered off the pitch.
There's a few more smothers like that from North Adelaide. I think would get their players in the frame of mind to get right back in this game. Certainly that's what helped Port Adelaide in that first half, was the hassling, the smothering, all the sorts of hard things in football that kept them in the game. Geneva got the handball across. Andrew Jarman picked it off to Simmons, to Craig, towards centre half forward. Burton was out of position. Johnson came in late, couldn't take the mark. Now paddling the ball back. Some of the crowd thought it was a throw to North East. That's holding the ball. There's no doubt about that. Port Adelaide have got the advantage through North East as he goes forward towards centre half forward, and Stephen Williams has got his hands to that one. Only his second mark, but it was a strong one. He's not a tall chap by any means, Stephen Williams, 5'9". He's a strong kick too, and really has made a difference at half forward. With his 13th kick, has kicked 3 goals in this third quarter, puts it up to the goal square and dragged it across the face for a minor score. 106 plays 84.
Coach's dreams, the dream of making changes like that. Stephen Williams to a half-forward line, very similar to Mike Nunes in the second quarter when he put Peter Bennett to full forward after he's getting caned by Greg Phillips at centre half. And he booted 4 goals. All well done there by Brown. Gets the ball up, taken by Clisby. Andrew Jarman chips around the corner. Craig has to make a metre. Got a shocking bounce. Darren Jarman. Well done to Craig. Craig at centre wing. Gets well shepherded by Stone. Goes in short. Bennett on the lead. Well done, Greg Boyd. Here's a chance now. Smart runs into trouble. Tango's out of it beautifully. Hooks one around the corner. Well, he can hardly move. He's plumb tuckered out, but he's made enough ground to take the mark. 25 metres out. And another great understatement, North need a goal right now. Booted the first 2. In fact, he booted 2 in the first 12 minutes of the game. First 2 minutes of the game. 17th kick. He's made it number 3, and North Adelaide now doing what Port did earlier, hanging in there. 14-6 plays, 16-10.
It's like a good side, North Adelaide coming back, and Daryl Hart really is struggling to raise a gallop, but still a player that you've got to watch in the forward lines. Always dangerous around the goals, and George Fiachi will still have to be on his mettle, even though he's looking very tired. Daryl Hart can really never be written off, and he has got a big heart, and he'll always keep trying.
10 goals for the quarter. It's a long quarter at that, 31 minutes. We're at that stage now. Back in the centre, must be only seconds left. Johnson in ruck against Redden. Johnson doing much better coming in from that angle. Craig tries to take it out, using his body well, deserving the free kick. And there goes the siren. At 3/4 time, the Magpies lead 16-10, 106. The North Adelaide 14-6, 90.
South Australians, 2 top teams, vie for a direct berth into the grand final. Port at the moment lead by 16 points and doing it well. Out towards Tregenza, they go into attack again. Getting back on it is Stephen Riley. With him there is Brown. So they go to the line. Riley has in fact, he's booted out on the full, and Port Adelaide will go right into attack from the half-forward right flank. Big quarter by the Magpies there when they kick 7 goals. Sees them lead by 16 points as kick number 14. Stephen Williams drives it in off. Out goes Redden. Andrew Jarman off the ground. Finds brother Darren Hart. Back to Darren Jarman on the left leg. North into attack. In towards the half-forward line. Greg Boyd reads it well. Elects to play on. Rowan Smith out wide. He's clear. A runner in short if he can get it to Obbs. Hooks around the corner, but past Obbs. Up towards full forward. Thump down. Here's a chance now as they go. In and out. Clisby through. Goes for the safety of the line. Andrew Jarman cleverly across to Arnold, who's gone back into defence. He's going to get run down, but gets the handball away. Tasker out of defence. North Adelaide kick long. Up towards their half-forward line. Out comes Bennett. With him is Boyd. Can't keep the ball in play.
This last quarter is going to be hard and tough football. Just 16 points the margin. Port looked in that third quarter to be really taking it away when they led by 28 points. And a late recovery by North Adelaide sees them still well within striking distance. Across to Hart it came from Smart. The kick high to the full forward area. Off the hands of Delaney. Around the body by Burton, but well offline. And out of bounds on the full. No one back there protecting the goal square. The Magpies, it didn't matter at any rate. David Hines on the bench for the Magpies. He's been there for some considerable time now, waiting his chance to come onto the ground. Harrison's kick toward the half-back area. From behind, Northeast flew over the back. It came. Tasker is there. Obst as well. And the umpire's going to have to bounce that one between centre wing and half-forward for North Adelaide. 16-10, 106, plays 14-6-90.
At the bounce, Johnson gets the thump and it went straight to Sanders. In towards the half-forward line. Burton used his body. Off the fingers, Tiller. Tiller can't work the ball clear. Fiati, well done. Or lost the football. Great tackle. Greg Boyd lost it likewise. Fiati back in it again. Harrison, Port Adelaide under pressure, but get out of it well. As Harrison drives long back towards centre wing. There's Hutton, but the ball beats him out of play. A throw in. Gee, it's been a tense match. Leaders changed hands several times. Port led by 9 at quarter time. North 9 at half time. And now the Magpies are 16 points in front.
We've only played 3 minutes of this final quarter. Redden takes it, almost throws it across to Clisby. Umpire thought it was okay. Rowan Smith to Abernathy, who really lifted Port in that third quarter, to Ginniver. Ginniver toward the half-forward area. Simmons spoils Russell Boyd, who's on the ground for the first time in this second semi-final. Gets it across to Tregenza. The short kick forward, and John Riley has taken the mark. Between half-back flank and back pocket. The veteran puts it back toward the centre wing area. Abernathy bodies out. Big fella in red and allows Johnson to take the mark to Hutton. Puts the ball back towards centre half forward. One-handed attempt by Andrew Ops, and obviously the other hand was being held by Andrew Jarman. So Ops the free kick at centre half forward. Goes in deep into the pocket area. Darren Smith the target. Well spoiled by Clisby. Comes to ground. Picked up by Brown. Just loses his footing at that vital moment. And Clisby puts the ball to safety.
Trevor Clisby has played extremely well. He's handled 2 opponents in Darren Smith and Hines, and he's been one of North Adelaide's better players. Off the fingers, John Riley. Back to Clisby. He's never in a position. Umpire Laurie Argent had to make a decision. The crowd wanted holding the ball. Clisby looking tired. In fact, North Adelaide is looking tired, but it's been a tough game, and Laurie Argent right in control. Incidentally, I thought it was the correct decision. Redden through his Ginniver. Rowan Smith, Stephen Williams, a huge success in that third quarter. Ever through, smashes his way clear, drives in long. Looking for it as Arnold Lloyd dropped the sitter. Hart trying to raise the gallop. Russell Boyd close to the line. They use him as a doormat. He doesn't care as the ball goes out of play.
When you're 16 points up in the second semi-final, you can take almost anything. That's what Port Adelaide are at the moment. In the forward pocket area, Hodges up high, but Redden's tapped down to Arnold was superb. Across to Hart, still picking up kicks, even though he can hardly raise his legs. Puts it toward the centre wing area. Body work, plenty of it being used in there. Over the top was Northeast. Tiller has picked it up. The handball was good. Has found Burton. He's through centre half forward, using his pace. Onto the left boot he goes, in toward the full forward area. And Bennett, using his body with Delaney, sees the ball go through for a minor score.
Ryan, a real tactical battle going on with John Carlin and Mick Noonan. David Hines is about to come on the ground again and David Brown off. And that shift has been going on quite some time and upsetting North's backline setup.
Throw in at centre wing. North trying to raise a gallop. Brilliant dash then by Greg Phillips. I think it might have tired him out a little bit though. He certainly wasn't going to let Burton, a much speedier player, get away, and he pressured him all the way. Umpire Michael Abbott gave Smart the benefit of the doubt then on a 15-metre. He threw the ball back over the top of Johnston's head. Must have been a very close thing. Riley over the top and takes the ball out of play. 16-10 to 14-7. Not a lot of movement in the opening 6 minutes of the final quarter. Maybe both teams are getting a little tired. They've put on a magnificent exhibition for the big crowd here. I would think 30,000 people as Darren Jarman drives long up towards the half-forward line. It's in there for grabs. Working the ball clear was Biaggi, and he can't get it clear, and the umpire will ball up on the half-forward line.
Plenty of heavy body work in there, Daisy. And it'll be another bounce down. Almost 7 minutes into the final quarter. Phillips over the top, thumps away Northeast, another 10 metres for the Magpies with that thump. Sanders is back there. Back to Andrew Jarman. Clever handball across the top toward Riley, Stephen Riley. Burton around the body now, looking for Hart. He's going to get there, but he'll be a bit slower than Russell Johnson, who gets there first, but Hart does it well. Burrows in, gets the ball out. The chance for Stone, deep in the forward pocket, goes long to goal, but just a chance at that, 1 point only. Doesn't help North Adelaide's position at this stage.
No, Bucky, they need a little bit more method. They can't do it on their lonesome. They need some method in there, like Port Adelaide has had in the last half. Biaggi again will give Phillips a chance. He's only got Tasker to beat. Tass has got the pace, but put the saddle on him and must get a free kick. I think the umpire will bring it back to Phillips. He's on the half-back line. Greg Phillips, a superb performance. Seems to have picked up a bit of pace. You like me for saying that. Biaggi runs himself in and out of trouble. Brilliantly done. Still likes to kick with that left leg. Hines on the lead. Can't find it. Well played back there by Trenorden. Gets it out to Andrew Jarman. He in turn goes out in front of Stone. Well put to Stone at centre wing. Now North, whose forward line has looked a little bit out of sorts half time. Got to set up some movement. Kick number 7 from Stone out wide. Finds out there Burton. The umpire said no, play on. Abernethy. Over the top comes Arnold. John Riley tries to farm the ball out. In goes Stephen Riley. Over the top now is Hines, and the umpire will ball up just marginally in Port Adelaide's attacking division.
48-92 North Adelaide. Porter 16-10, 106, and no goals scored in the first 8.5 minutes of this final quarter as Craig comes away, goes long to the goal square. Hart is back there with Biaggi. Hart used his body, almost took the mark. Now he's over the top, but no support at all. Has to go toward the goals by himself and does it beautifully for his 4th goal.
Yeah, fantastic work by Darryl Hart. He's really out on his feet at the moment, having a lot of trouble running, and it's a great effort. Just picked up the ball and shot truly. And he's really setting an example as captain of the North Adelaide side. And we're surprised to see Mick Noonan give Troy Lehman a run. Those very warm conditions, a few of the players tiring. A guy with Troy Lehman's legs really could set North Adelaide alight.
Yes, we don't think Kim Cotton will be back on. He suffered from concussion. Bounce down at centre. The crowd starting to roar now. Line ball. Redden gets it. Darren Jarman out to Craig. Craig puts it out in front of the leader. Burton up there is Bennett as well. Back in defence, Delaney. Biaggi looking for it is Hart again. Tries to get clear of the tackle on his left leg. Dribbles one in towards goal. Hits the behind post and goes out of play in the full forward right pocket. Hart Gone for all money, running on hard alone, excuse the pun. 21 kicks, 8 handballs in his comeback game. Johnson hooks the ball down. In there is Stone, can't get it clear. Well done, Greg Boyd. Hooks back towards the half-forward line, off the fingers now, Craig. Craig short, into the pocket, taken by Darren Jarman. Not confident, puts it up for grab. Andrew Jarman, it was well out on the full, and the penalty free kick will go to Delaney.
Time ticking away, 10.5 minutes into the final quarter. The margin still 8 points in favour of Port Adelaide, but really it's anyone's game. This is a real test of character. That's an enormous kick from Delaney. He got 70 metres. Redden read it well. And the mark half forward puts it back in with his 9th kick in toward Bennett, who made the lead. Used the body well on Ginnivan, and deep in that forward pocket has the ball. He's still too far out to score. An indication of the length of Delaney's kick. He puts it right up to the goal square area. The danger was picked up by Stone, is it? In fact, he goes toward the goal, snaps around the body, but 1 point only. Go to 15-9, quarter 16-10.
Only 7 points in it. Concern on a young man's face. It is tense, my friend, isn't it? And it could get tenser. Delaney booted the last one a country kilometre. Puts that one up beautifully for North East. The teenager off the half-back line. That awkward kick goes long to the half-forward line. Thump clear by Simmons. Back towards Rowan Smith. Now it's given back to Russell Boyd. Off goes Tregenza. Got too much pace. He's running clear of his opposition. Chips out the pass. Brilliantly done. Hodges dropped the sitter. Arnold to the rescue. In goes Tregenza. That could be out on the full. The umpire's going to rule that way. And the free kick will go, I think, to Simon Tregenza in the left full forward pocket. Hodges is going to take it. And he's on a most acute angle. In fact, I would think he's probably got about a half a metre to shoot at. Has booted 2. He dropped that sitter. Would be keen to make amends. Nice looking kick. It's going across the face of goal. Redden back in defence and takes the easy mate.
It was easy in the end. He only had Ginnivan to beat. There's a fair difference in height. He's pulled out towards Andrew Jarman. The bounce didn't favour him. Johnson came in. Ginnivan got there quickly. Made plenty of ground. Oh, good smother by Andrew Jarman. Still a chance for Port through Stephen Williams. Across to Tregenza. Tregenza to the goals! And the Magpies have gone further ahead. Tregenza's second.
Yeah, hasn't Stephen Williams made a tremendous difference up forward for Port Adelaide, working hard again, getting the handball out to young Simon Tregenza, and he certainly loves kicking goals, and another one home for Port Adelaide, and a very important one midway through this last quarter, and the game's still hanging in the balance.
Yes, Peter, 13 points is a handy lead as Brown waits to come back into the action. Up they go again. Redden lifts himself. Port Adelaide, Ginnivan gives it away. Abernethy tumbles one in towards the half-forward line. Here's a chance now for them to clear. Sanders gets it across to Stephen Riley. John Riley, Andrew Jarman. North Adelaide into attack again. Out comes Bennett. He's going to be marginally short. Thump clear. North East kicks back towards centre wing. Ginnivan stands his ground well and takes the mark. I believe the young fellow has been reported in the first half. Darren Smith on the lead. Beautifully put. Oh, he elects to play on. Tregenza loves to run, loves to bounce the ball, draws the opponent, puts it up, but it's not well directed, although Hines will come out of it. He gets it out to Rowan Smith, or tries to. Hines again. Wants anyone. Russell Boyd goes out, hasn't got the football. Down they go. Bottle the ball up, and the umpire will ball it up on the half-forward line with Port Adelaide in attack.
Well, is that very desperate out there at the moment? So it should be. The margin just 13 points. Hines worked hard for that last little episode. He's in there again, and the pack of players forms. Andrew Jarman on the bottom, and the players will get a breather. He's a happy chappy. So he ought to be. Port 13 points up. We'll play 14.5 minutes, but still, North Adelaide, well, a chance. Clisby, the handball across. Craig, Sanders. North Adelaide forward to the half-forward area. The kick is ill-directed. Greg Boyd should have marked that one. Bennett is there with Delaney. Boyd is back there, working hard for the Magpies. Gets it, and the handball across gives the chance for Abernethy. Abernethy on half-back flank. The short kick to Rowan Smith is just inside.
Rowan Smith wants to play on. He's been asked to play on by the umpire now. Kicks long in towards the lead of Darren Smith. Big leap up there by Hines. Not successful. John Riley, old grey power himself, at the bottom of the pack. And the umpire will ball it up on the half-forward left flank. Riley's played his usual cool game. Nothing cool out there at the moment, however, as both teams battle for that spot in the grand final, a direct route. Craig's had a good game. Simmons ducked it, certainly ran into it. The umpire has to make a decision again. The crowd once more not holding the ball. Stephen Williams can't believe it, but umpire Laurie Argent's going to bounce on Port Adelaide's half-forward line. Down it goes. The bounce favours Tasker. Looks like he's back in defence as he kicks long up towards the half-forward line. North haven't had a winner in forward division the second half. Bianchi. Short. Abernethy can't quite. Darren Jarman. Andrew to Darren. Neil Craig. Tries to raise the gallop. He's going to get the football. Bounces his way in. Kicks in long. The umpire getting back. It's going to be close. I think it's goal. Oh, he's hit the post. Unbelievable bad luck for North Adelaide and Hart. Hart nudges the 10th point and they trail by 2 straight goals.
Would have been his 5th. He stretched, he did everything possible to make the distance, Daryl Hart, and even risk going at the player who was coming at him. In the end result, Stephen Williams takes it away from the kick in from Delaney. It's down toward the centre wing area. Darren Smith has really lifted. Clisby has worked hard all day. Got it back towards Stephen Williams. Russell Boyd has got the fresh legs. Puts it onto the left boot. Goes in short. Hodges in front. Well spoiled away to Norton. Comes to Brown. Has Brown been held on to without it? Laurie Argent says yes. David Brown, the free kick, decides to waste no time, plays on quickly, puts it toward the full forward area, off the hands of Hutton. In there the soccer off the ground, a chance now for Hines. Can he pick it up and put it through? And he does. Hines has kicked his first.
It's going to be hard for North Adelaide to come back from here. North Adelaide having a scoring opportunity at the other end. Daryl Hart just missing a goal after a great individual performance, and now Port Adelaide just take it straight down the other end of the ground and score a goal. And it's going to take an enormous effort from North to win this from here.
You're not wrong, Peter. 3 goals is a big margin. Port Adelaide looking set for a direct berth into the grand final. At the bounce, 18 minutes gone, final quarter. Redden lifts himself again, can't find the football. Andrew Jarman towards Hart. Andrew Jarman has been pinged for throwing like his brother Darren was early. Andrew's not happy about it, neither was Darren. Stephen Williams tumbles one to the half-forward line. Big leap up there by Hobbs. Darren Smith leads in the race. Simmons tackles well. And the umpires pinged him for holding the ball. And the free kick will go to Simmons. Andrew Jarman, gee, he's struggling to raise a gallop too. Towards centre wing. In comes Harrison. And carts the ball out of play at the interchange gates. Port Adelaide 18-10. North Adelaide 15-10.
Just over 18 minutes played. Final quarter. Johnson and Redden. Over the top, Abernethy looking for the line. Sanders to Andrew Jarman to Hart. Darren Jarman provides the run through toward half forward. The pass to Bennett is good. Bennett is the player they're looking for up forward. He's too far out from goal, short with his 10th kick to Neil Craig. Craig is within kicking distance, about 40 to 45 out. 27 possessions, Neil Craig. Was quiet early in the game, but really has come into his own as a champion player. He might be a little tired at this stage of the game. He has made the distance, but he's offline with a kick, and the goal so important at this stage for North Adelaide as we come up to the 19-minute mark.
Yes, Bucky, they certainly need those. What a game it's been. Delaney gets the lead from Tregenza. Off goes Sanders after that player. Won't make it. He needs a set. Man for man they go. A good battle between the two of them. Finally Tregenza wins it. He was the player attacking the ball, whereas Sanders was the tackler. 18th kick, Simon Tregenza. Another fine performance as he edges the ball towards centre wing. Out there is Obbs, thumb clear of that player and out of play at centre wing. The umpire's seen a free kick. It's going the way of North Adelaide to be taken by John Riley at centre wing. And this will send the Northerners into attack. Not a lot of movement in his forward division at the moment as he puts it up for grabs to the half-forward line. Smart's there. Hines back in defence. Biaggi is still running. Left leg's one long. Out towards Russell Boyd. With him out there is Hodges. Wants a set. He can't find it. Trenorden. Simmons gets it out now. Craig onto the boot quickly to the half-forward line. North could use a winner here. Away from Smart. Goes in after it. Tiller in there as well. Ball held to him, and umpire will ball up on the half-forward line.
Well, I agree with what you said earlier, Daisy, about Greg Phillips. He was the spoiler on Doug Smart on that occasion. He has stopped everything that's come down in that direction. It's centre-half back for a player for the Magpies today. The tap out comes towards John Riley. Kicks the ball back into the full forward area. Delaney's out in front. Favoured by that one. Plays on quickly. Puts the ball back. Mick Redden is up high. Over the top came Russell Boyd as well. Tregenza comes through. Tries to take the ball. Effective. Trenorden's handball wasn't all that good. Russell Boyd pinched it off. Across to Tregenza. Port have got a loose player or two. Darren Smith is one of them. Can go into Wood Johnson or go straight at goal. Decides to go at goal and he's hit the post. Well, maybe he had 2 or 3 options.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit confused which one to use. He wasn't sure whether Paul Arnold was going to come at him, and he handball over the top, but Paul Arnold sat and forced Darren Smith to have a kick, and should have been a goal.
Not a good kick in by Arnold. Tregenza might make him pay. Brown could give it to Hodges. Hodges could give it to Johnson. This is it. Game, set, and match. Brilliantly done as Russell Johnson boots his third and boots Port Adelaide almost assuredly into the grand final in 1989. Port Adelaide 1911. The North's 15-11 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Port Adelaide running on, and North Adelaide stopping to a walk. A lot of North Adelaide players looking extremely tired now, struggling to raise a gallop. Port Adelaide just seem to be going from strength to strength.
22 minutes played in the final quarter. 15-11, 101 North Adelaide with the Magpies. 19-11, 125. The clear 4-goal margin as the ball bounced in the centre. Boundary umpire indicates too many Port Adelaide players in there, so Mike Redden the free kick. Toward half-forward he goes. Smart is on the lead. Again, Phillips spoils the ball away. He's done that all day. Gives the chance for Tregenza. Very tired at this stage of the game, and so they ought to. Sanders picks the ball up and puts it back to half-forward for North Adelaide. Hines is back there. Across to Phillips. To north-east. Really has had a great second half as well. Puts it down towards centre wing. Russell Boyd the flyer. Brown toward half-forward. Covers 10 or 15 metres. And quite happy to see that go out of bounds as Stephen Riley. It'll be another boundary throw-in. 24 points the difference. 23-minute mark, final quarter.
Brown off, Geneva back on. Redden still lifting. Trenorden towards centre wing. Abernethy can't, and Harrison can't, and the ball much more out of play. It's been a marvellous game of football, and everything points to another battle in 2 weeks' time. Northern Central supporters wouldn't agree with that. Tregenza hooks around the corner. Russell Boyd can't. Simmons, John Riley, nowhere to go, and he's out of play. Last week they gave that holding the ball. Throw in on the half-forward right flank. And referring to the Tony Simons issue, 19-11, 15-11, Redden over the top. Andrew Jarman thought about Sanders, gives it to him in the end. Sanders, centre wing, sending Port Adelaide into attack.
The kick down toward the half-forward line for North Adelaide. The Roosters, with Darryl Hart still working so hard in that area, but they just can't get that forward movement often enough, nor have they got the method that Port have shown in the second half. They're a great side, North Adelaide, and they'll be back. Boundary throwing. Redden and Hines. Hines, in fact, went over the top of Bennett. Comes towards Phillips. Again, Fiacci provides the run. Towards centre wing, Hutton out there with Tasker. Tasker does well. Puts the ball out in front, then retrieves it. Around the body he goes. With the kick, but it's very wide. It's high. It's out of bounds on the full. And the Port crowd like that at this stage of the game. Rowan Smith will kick it in from half-back flank, with Port Adelaide leading 19-11 to North 15-11.
Yes, we're into time on almost, Bucky. There's only 10 seconds to go, and Port Adelaide have certainly got this one scanned to pieces. Abernethy, Rowan, Smith, Delaney comes upfield. Doesn't he love doing that as he drives long to the half-forward line? Redden back in defence. The umpire said play on. Darren Smith toward Hodges. Down at the bottom of the pack there was Trenorden. In turn, Redden gets it back. Clisby. Centre wing, North clear. John Riley looks to set it up. And this is where they can't find a player that's leading and working hard. Smart. Good mark. Back to Andrew Jarman. Gee, there's no one in the square. He could run this one through. He's going to run it through. Last moment dash there by Greg Boyd. The ball was going to miss finally in any case on the left-hand side of the goal post. But all thrilling stuff to the North Adelaide supporters. But speaking of the happy ones, there are the Portlands.
The game really has slowed down now. Northeast again from defence with his 10th kick. Wasn't it? One that was aimed for Tregenza, but he got in front. 21 kicks and 12 handballs to Simon Tregenza. What a player today, as he's been all year. Hines toward the half-forward area. Spoiled away by Trenorden. Darren Smith across to Ops, has to handball the ball out to no one. And there's Stephen Riley caught with it. Handballs across to Clisby, and he's free at half-back. Puts it in toward Darryl Hart, who can hardly raise a gallop. Stephen Williams looking fresh now as he's had a rest at half-forward. Puts it in. Hines a nice pick-up. The handball wasn't quite as good. Abernethy. Johnson, in fact, was the handballer. Hines has got the ball now. Puts it in toward the full-forward area. And back there in defence for North Adelaide is Trenorden.
Time running out for North Adelaide as Andrew Jarman relieves the pressure to Simmons. John Riley will get it next at centre wing. Didn't have to work hard. Didn't get it first grab. Around Hutton. Rowan Smith about to run him down as Riley kicks long. Up to the half-forward line. He's only got Craig there off the fingers. Tiller through. Smart again. Will need a runner from there. Play on is the call. Fiachi emerges with the ball again. Greg Boyd. Ginnivan thought about Fiachi in the double play, but kicks out wide. Beautifully put Russell Boyd. Into the pocket goes Williams. He doesn't want him. He's going in long to Russell Johnson. Johnson sets himself. Can't bring it down. Stephen Riley raises a gallop. Hobbs comes out with the football. Hooks around the corner. Andrew Jarman. Gee, he's a real phantom. He's playing all ends of the ground.
21 kicks and 19 handballs to Andrew Jarman. Speaks volumes for his performance today. John Riley on the half-back line toward Bennett, who he didn't get the mark, might have got the free kick at any rate. Peter Bennett, defensive side of centre wing, puts it in toward Redden, takes the mark. Almost in the centre of the ground, the big fellow. Breaks away, short pass. Darren Jarman. Darryl Hart is at half-forward, and there goes the siren. And the Magpies have won the second semi-final, the right to go directly into the grand final. They've won